All righty, there we go. Hello, 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 everybody. All right, hello, 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 everyone. How are you guys doing? Come on in. As you come in, go ahead and drop a hey, how you doing? Give this video a thumbs up. We are one day away from HS INK Day. Woo-hoo! I'm losing my voice a little bit. I'm going to really lose my voice tomorrow. I'm going to be screaming like I have no sense. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Make sure that you guys go ahead and hit share. Hit like on the video. All right. What you guys are seeing on the screen now are just some of the things that we have personally made with the Honesty Speaking sublimation paper and ink. So if you are not sure about the quality of the products, which I had to fix this, it came out all kind of weird and the pictures came out kind of not how I wanted them. So we're going to have to fix that. All right. Just give me a moment because I'm trying to go and share. I don't like how small it came in. I definitely have to fix that. Oh, I didn't realize I picked that picture either. Haha. I was using a new, trying to use my power director, but I thought it would kind of just put the pictures and do like a regular slideshow, but it made it to where it all fits like on this, like this specific size. So I don't like that, but it's okay. You guys can still see the amazing quality that our ink and paper produces. All right. I have no idea what's going on with my Facebook right now. It won't let, what the world is going on with Facebook? Okay, let's close you out. Let's open you back up because I have no idea what's going on. Oh, and I forgot to, there we go. All right. So that part is all shared out. Make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up as you come in. Go ahead and leave a comment. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Also, hit that share button. So, if you guys have not seen the post, today kind of kicks off the weekend for HS Ink week. Well, we're rounding up HS Ink month. It's the end of HS Ink week. Tomorrow's HS Ink Day. We do the giveaways tomorrow. We'll have a few more deals and things like that tomorrow on paper and classes. Unfortunately, and pigment ink. Unfortunately, the sublimation ink will not be because our shipment has been held up, so we won't have anything on that, but everything else, we'll have some good deals and things tomorrow, some flash deals early on. The giveaway starts at, well, the giveaway live starts at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys don't want to miss that. All right. So hello. Hey, Jesse. Hello, Vanessa. Lisa, how are you? Kat. Carlotta, how are you? Miss Cheryl, hey. Myrna Lee, Jessica, Nona, Will Jean, hello. Shelly, Phyllis, welcome. Thank you guys so very much for hopping on the live video. All right, y'all. It is, I can't believe it. It's like one day from our Inkiversary. One day from our Inkiversary. Woohoo! All right. I am going to drop in the comment section now. I do want you guys to go over, make sure that you guys like and follow our official, uh-oh. There we go. Like and follow our official Facebook page for Honestly Speaking. I know I kind of do a lot of my lives and stuff from Soloholics Anonymous, but we do have a Facebook page for uh Honestly Speaking. So make sure that you guys go. That's going to take you to a post that also has the code, but the code is 365 verified for today. You just put them in, Miss Cheryl. They go in the same spot. You can mix discount code and gift cards. They're not the same. You just can't mix two discount codes. They go in the same spot. So of course, put your discount code in first, and then put your gift card number in. All right. So just waiting, giving a few minutes here. If you guys have any questions, we'll do kind of like a quick little general Q&A. If you have any questions about our products or anything like that, definitely let me know. I want to go live on TikTok, but I'm trying to pull up this darn file. Give me 1 second, because I want to go live on TikTok as well. All right, why is that not playing? Oh, I have to download it first. All right, that's why. Okay, understood. What is the difference between regular sublimation and quick dry? That it's the same thing. Quick dry is regular sublimation paper. It's just like for us, so we have tacky and we have fast dry. So it's just different companies have different names. So basically it's just really telling the difference between something that is tacky paper and that's just like the fast dry paper, just the regular sublimation paper. Well, if you have because you purchase yours as multiple ones, yes, you're going to have to keep putting the gift cards in one at a time, because you have Instead of getting like a $20 one, if you got like 4 $5 ones, you have to put them in one at a time. Sublimation ink, the brand of ink does not matter. The power and the beauty is in our paper, so it doesn't really matter what sublimation ink you are using. Our paper, our temps in time are our temps in time. What's going to maybe affect your temperature is the heat press that you're using and whether or not you have even heat across the whole thing, if you have even pressure. So those things will affect if 365 30 seconds works for you. But not the ink. It's the same. It's all the same. Our paper is, we only have fast dry and tacky. So nothing on there says regular paper. It's just some things might say fast dry, just identifying that paper compared to when we added the tacky paper. That's it. But it's all regular. It's the same thing. All right. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go live real quick here. On TikTok. I'm sorry, I was trying to get that set up. Ooh. Trying to get the TikTok video set up, or live broadcast set up. Alrighty. So let me go over to the website real quick. Okay. Let me exit out of here. So we're just going to pause this and we're going to go to the website. So when you're looking at, like, okay, let's just say we go to sublimation paper. It just says fast dry and tacky. So I'm not sure. So here it's just, it takes you to that. So when you put in fast dry, it takes you right here. And they all, like in the title, it just says fast dry. It's just that this is just labeled honestly speaking sublimation paper. And if you are referring to, like, let's say if you go 11 by 7, like you type in 11 by 17 and it takes you to here, it's just different ways of, like, our name. It's all for SEO. Some people search honestly speaking, some people search HS ink. So this just says HS ink tabloid sublimation paper. But if you see, it's still the same thumbnail. So it's all the same. Our papers are all, like, the fast dry is the fast dry. All right. So right now, because it is HS ink now, the deal tomorrow may or may not be, if you're available, there will be flash deals. There will be deals that are very, very, very limited tomorrow. So if you want to hold out until tomorrow, check your emails at certain times of day for certain deals tomorrow. You're more than welcome to do that. But today you can get 30% off of your 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17 paper, whether it's tacky or fast dry. If you get the single pack, the 3-pack, the case of paper, but it's only on 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17. If you have a small format printer, you can use 8.5 by 14. We don't have any more 8.5-inch rolls right now in stock, but you can even use the roll paper if you have like a Epson 2720, 2803, 3700, 47, any of those. All Epson printers print up to 47 inches long. So I know there's this big misconception that you can only print 8.5 by 11 on these small format printers. No, you can use the 8.5 by 14 paper. So don't sleep on the 8.5 by 14 or thinking that you can't use that if you have a small format. A lot of I see that in a lot of these groups where they say that it is 8.5 by 11 is the size that you can use, but you can actually use 8.5 by 14-inch paper. If once our rolls are in stock, you can actually do, like, let's say a full stole, you can go up to 47 inches long. If you're piecing like together for all over shirts or rugs and blankets, and you don't want to piece together like 30,000 sheets of paper, then you can invest in the roll, right? We give you guys another little tip here, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the code. It's 365 verified. So there is a link, and there was a post that I made over on Facebook. I was sharing some of the tests that we did. If you guys don't know, we did extensive testing with our paper. Okay. Very, very, very extensive testing with our paper. And hold on one second. I'm going to go over to that post real quick. So when you're asking questions of us about paper, about ink, about printers, like, we're not just a great company for the product, like we're able to help you with whatever issues you have because we did the test on all of these. So as you can see in this particular picture, and let me exit out of here. So from this particular picture, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different papers here. So when we got ours, we got a lot of different papers. We tested against it to see, just quality wise, what were considered some of the more popular brands, the more familiar brands, comparing it to those to make sure that we were actually bringing you guys the best of the best. Y'all know I don't play about my name. I want to make sure that I can stand on it, put my reputation on the line, and how helpful I am, and always providing the best. So I did a lot of testing, and this is just a quick snapshot of it. So that many we test and compare to test like the time, the temp, the print settings, everything, the quality. So then you can see here, so in each side by side, it's Honestly Speaking Submation paper and another brand, right? So even on this one, you can see, I don't know if TikTok, you guys are going to really be able to pick that up and see. Let me see if I zoom in some. See, like from the phone, it might look the same, but like if you go and look at it, I mean, even the way the blacks show up. And this is plain paper, high quality. You don't have to use premium matte, guys, to get great colors. My sister came over here and her printer, I guess, had like a little bit of an issue, right? So when she gave me the print, because she needed me to print it, she gave me the print. And at first I was like, okay, I don't know how this is going to go, because it seemed like it had like a lot of like banding lines and stuff in it. And there was like this one little spot that had like it looked like it was like a little ink droplet, but it was in a section that was supposed to be black. When I pressed it to the shirt, one, she uses our ink. That black covered that up like nothing. Like you would have never known that there was like a little imperfection there, because the black just took over and it made it look amazing. You never saw it, because I was like, you sure you want me to press this? Never saw any of the lines. The way that the paper releases, even when you have like slight banding lines, you guys have probably thrown away prints thinking, man, I see lines on this. Now, if it's a hard substrate, that's a little bit different. But when you're talking about like going onto a shirt or a can cooler, even things like, oh, it's not over here, like the frisbee fan type fans, puzzles. Well, puzzles, it might show up a little bit because it's still kind of a hard substrate. But anything that's made of fabric, if you have been throwing away your prints, stop doing that right now. Get you some test fabric. If you don't believe me, get you some fabric, test it out. If it's a rag, you want to get the Dollar Tree rags and press it. And you will see, unless it is like the discoloration banding lines, you're not going to see them when you press it. Not with Honesty Speaking paper. It does have like a rough feel to it. It has, it almost has like, you can see somewhat like ridges in it. And the way that it released, I'm always so shocked. Like when I think that a print is ruined and I go and I press it and you literally cannot tell the difference. It's because of the way that the paper is made. So if you have any Honesty Speaking paper, if you have a print that you maybe printed out and you're like, this is all messed up, it has banding lines. Now, if you have the pinwheels, you may end up seeing the trail because like they'll carry over. But if you cut your print really, really close to the edge, you won't have to worry about, like, you won't see that, right? That's another thing. Recently getting a lot of questions about, like, just in general from other people's paper and all that stuff. People tend to like to come to me for answers with other people's products because y'all know I have the answers. But I would like for you guys to support and purchase our products as well. But I do have the answers for you. If you get a lot of pinwheels on your on certain prints. Now, depending on how the print is, if you have a lot of like, if the pinwheels are going through like really light areas or white areas, like that's a part of the design, you may end up still seeing it no matter what paper it is. But if you have, let me finish going through this. But if you have like a darker one and you kind of see it, but like the whole thing is dark, just trim your design really close to the edge and you can still press that. Those little pinwheel dots or pizza wheel dots, like y'all like to call them, they're not going to show up, but you can always, put what I'm saying to the test and press it to scrap fabric. Okay. All right, I was over here trying to put the banner up with the discount code on it. All right, there we go. Let that finish playing. All right. All right, there's your code 365 verified. You put it all together 365 verified, 365 verified. And that's how you get 30% off of the 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17 paper. Customer support is the best. You don't get that from Amazon or big box stores. Definitely don't. So the 30% off is on our website, shop.hsink365.com. All you have to do is enter in 365 verified, and that will get you your 30% off of 8.5 by 14 and or 11 by 17. How do you sign up for the emails? One, once you place an order on our site, you're automatically put on our email list. Two, to make sure that you get deals, once you go to our website, there's a few pop-ups. You can go to the one for the class updates. There's a pop-up for flash deals. So if you want the best of the best deals, sign up for the flash deals and you get emails for those as well. So on our website, shop.hsink365.com. So just wanted you to see, like, this one, you can really see the difference in how dark this is and how like this is coming almost like ashy looking. Look at the difference in the color here. And these are printed with plain paper setting. Some papers will give you an oversaturation of color. So here, like looking at this, and it's supposed to be a soft blue, which you guys can't see over here. Let's see. And then it's darker. You can see the clarity. Sometimes it's not just about how it releases. You can print to a brown paper bag. You can print to colored cardstock. I've done the videos. So I've done live videos. I've done it in classes where I have print to colored cardstock. On the color cardstock, it looks like the colors look weird because, of course, ink is translucent. But once you press it, it is still going to give you the colors. But what is different is the details. Some people don't really put a lot of emphasis. They're thinking, oh, all paper is the same. It's going to release. I can use regular copy paper. I can use this. I can use that. Don't use expensive sublimation paper. That's a waste of money. But there is a big difference in the details. Every paper is not created equal especially when you have like really, really fine details. So there's another one. And then you can see just the clarity in that. This whole page is Honestly Speaking paper. So this is this has been printed already. So this was pressed to a piece of fabric. Now your material also makes a difference. I did a video like that as well, where I pressed to different, like they were all 100% polyester, but the quality of your fabrics also matter, guys. All polyesters are not created equal. Just because it's 100% polyester, you can press to one and it looks like amazing, very vibrant. The colors are popping, and you press to something else and it looks a little dull, even though the tag says 100% polyester. Most people don't care about the scientific part like I do, but it's all in how it's woven. Like, how is the material made? Those things are very important. There are felt sheets. There's recycled polyester, which is made from plastic. A lot of those sometimes don't take ink. Don't take the ink as well as other methods of making polyester. So be mindful of that also when you are creating things. You can have the same image, and let's say you have a bundle deal, you're giving them a rag, a shirt, a blanket, a this, a that, and it can look different on each one of those. Okay. A mouse pad, all of those things show up differently. Sometimes some mouse pads, they are a pure white, and also with other fabrics, with shirts. Some shirts are like a pure white. Some shirts are more like an off-white. There are some shirts that have like a bluish hue to it. All of that affects how your colors, like your final output of color. So look at that. Like, this is comparing a couple different ones. And then we also did different temps and times, 385, 45 seconds. We even went down to 350 degrees. So the paper honestly speaks for itself. It does what it's supposed to do. All right. All orders before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, ship out the exact same day. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know. For the code for today is 365 verified. It's only on the 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17 paper. It doesn't matter if you're getting the single packs, if you're getting the 4 packs, the 3 packs, the full case of it. We have several people that buy cases of paper from us all the time. So any of the fast dry or tacky paper, you can use that code, but it's only valid today on 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17. If you're looking to get 8.5 by 11, 13 by 19, will it be 30% off? I can't say that, but we will have some special deals going on all throughout tomorrow. So make sure that you are checking the emails from us. If you're on our email list, make sure that you're checking our emails. Make sure you're checking our Facebook page. There's going to be a very, very, very special deal on the Facebook page tomorrow as well. So make sure that you like and follow Honestly Speaking's Facebook page and Instagram, because we're going to start to post our Instagram a little bit more too. But definitely on that Facebook page, there's going to be a special code that's going to be for a limited time. I'll let you guys know when the code is about to go up, but that code will only be available for a limited time. If you have any questions for me about our products, do not hesitate to ask. So what you see here is just a few examples of, like, so you can really see the release on it. the colors that you get from it, the color saturation, how great those images come out, and also give you different ideas of things that you can press to. My kids absolutely love that little clock with their pictures on it. You guys are more than welcome to ask questions while I'm live. I am the best at this. You won't get answers like this from anyone else. So if you have questions about sublimation, about Epson printers, about Silhouette Studio, now is the time to ask. Okay. Also, guys, if you don't know, and some of you guys are probably going to be upset with me because I didn't mention it in the beginning, but I mean, you can only mention so much stuff, right? So we also have, oh, here we go with the trolls. Over on YouTube. They've been missing in action for a while, but I'm gonna, so guys, if you see it come up on YouTube, just ignore it. Just ignore it. I know that they're posting there. Just ignore it. All that's gonna do is help my algorithm. Them making comments, it's engagement on the live. I'll go back in and I'll block them later. But if you're on YouTube and you see the little spam stuff come up, don't even worry about it. Okay. So don't get upset with me if you've already placed your order. Just go ahead and get the gift card for later on. But because it is HS Ink week, tomorrow's HS Ink Day, we always do a really big giveaway for HS Ink Day. So, of course, no different this year. However, this year, a lot of the prizes and things are centered around helping you guys within your business. If you desire to make this a business, actually even for hobbyists, because I know there's a couple people who really want that Shopbox, right? So that is our theme this year, is really helping those who want to be creative entrepreneurs. You want to start a business creating custom items, creating business to business items. So you want to create and like do all the shirts or tumblers or mugs for different businesses. If you want to get into doing spirit shirts for schools and sports teams, we're here to help. My classes coming up are going to be geared towards that, get you guys started from the ground up. You don't always have to have a website. You want to just prepare yourself in the beginning for the growth. If you just try and shoot straight up to the top, you're going to be so frustrated because things are going to hit you and you're not going to be prepared for it. And you don't want to have a bad reputation for your business, like out the gate. So like really helping you from the ground up. Learn how to just take like local orders. It's those little things that people kind of bypass and go past. We're going to be focusing on getting you guys started from the bottom, and so you can scale and grow properly. It is possible to grow and scale and get to those 6 figures, those 5 figures, those 6 figures, 7 figures, if that is what you desire. But you got to do it properly. There is no easy way to it. There's no blueprint that's going to get you right to 5, 6, 7 figures just because you took one course or you just follow one thing. There's so many things to it, and you have to set your business up right. You have to set up how you're creating your products the right way. You have to use the best of the best to warrant charging best prices. So be on the lookout for that as well. So this year, some of the giveaways that we're doing. If you want to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is purchase a gift card. Every $5 gets you one entry. So if you scroll down and you choose a $20 gift card, you're going to get 4 entries into the giveaway. So you go, you get your gift card, and then you come back and then you use the code to get your products at the discounted rate. Win-win, right? Sounds amazing because that's a win-win. You get entered into a giveaway and you still get the amazing products that you guys have grown to love. So some of the giveaways for this year is a Cameo 4 with Business Edition. We Are Memory Keepers Shopbox, like to take pictures. It's a smaller one, So it's great for like tumblers, jewelry, cards, candles, and they have the one that we have, you have a couple colored backgrounds as well as printed ones like brick and wood and all sorts of different like backgrounds to it. It has a little holder for your phone. It has like a really cute carrying case. So we're giving away the Shopbox. You guys will see most of this stuff tomorrow when I go live. And then we have a webcam and microphone, a webcam and microphone. So if you're wanting to start creating video content for your products, if you want to start a YouTube channel, those things will help you with that. I'm not sure if you guys seen our video. Like, so we are great when it comes to packaging. When we first launched, that was like one of the main things that we got compliments on, which was so crazy. They love getting it. Like, people loved our branding, our packaging, our colors, the speed of service, the customer service. But it's always, oh my gosh, like, I love the way this came. I love the way you pack. And it's like, we don't have like branded packages, but we take care in how we package everything up. It doesn't matter if we have 5 orders a day or we have 500 orders a day. Each one is packed the same way, where we do it with care, because we know that UPS don't care, USPS don't care. They'll throw your stuff around. And so we take very good care. And we always, my husband has always been like, you guys always compliment him on just how he packages our product up, right? And one of the things we added, because it becomes a lot and it becomes overwhelming using the tissue paper, like, or just using the packing paper. That can get very expensive. It sometimes is like you need too much of it. But those are things that like I can help and educate you guys on. And it's okay to start a certain way. Like, maybe you start with a lot of crinkle paper, or you were doing a lot of peanuts, or if you did the packing paper in there, there are better options. Yes, it costs a little bit more money, but it makes your life easier, faster. You can pack orders more, get them out the door faster. And one of those things was the air pillow machine. And it's it's a starter one. They make much larger ones and that do different sizes and stuff like that. But that video is one of our like most popular videos, when we were showing just creating all of the air pillows to put in our packaging. That is something that will be great if you ship things like mugs and stuff like that to really insulate your boxes. So we have the air pillow machine, product tag guns. You want to go and like, actually tag your product. That gives it a more professional look. The Rollo wireless thermal printer. We're doing a giveaway for that. That is beneficial, of course, when it comes to shipping and doing your shipping labels, whether you have a Shopify site or if you're getting your labels through Pirate Ship or ShipStation. And then also what you can print with the thermal printer are stickers. You can do your own thank you stickers. So they're like, not like these super, super fancy ones, but if you just want to kind of print out something that says, thank you for your order, put your Instagram. There's people on TikTok right now who do live videos, and they're just always doing their orders. They've built a business around making people thermal stickers. So if you win that, you can end up starting a whole new business where you're going to create thermal stickers and labels and things for people. So the Rollo, upholstered scales that you can properly measure. That is a part of the giveaway. Mentoring sessions with the professor, classes. We're going to give away products such as ink and paper, pigment ink, all that kind of good jazz. So tomorrow's giveaway is going to be jammed packed. And all you have to do is purchase a gift card so that you can purchase your products. And each $5 gets you one entry. So your name or your order number will be on that wheel however many times, like depending on like what size gift, what amount you get for your gift card. There we go. Can you explain how gift cards work? What do you mean? As far as purchasing it or as far as using it? So if you want to use a gift card, you're going to come over here and you're going to go, okay, look, here we go. I'm going to do something right now. I'm going to go to products and I'm going to go gift cards. And I'm going to issue a gift card in the amount of $50. 1563. So 365, so 1563. No expiration date. I'm not going to assign it to a customer. I'm going to go copy. I'm going to activate this particular gift card. Okay. And now, only one person gets to use this, but I'm going to post it right here. Okay. So I'm not going to technically use it. So I'm going to go check out, right? Right now, it has a discount code 365 verified. That's there. So gift card or discount code. So you're going to come here and I'm going to put that one in and I'm going to technically hit apply and it will take off that. So I'm going to exit out of that. Wait, can I exit out of it? There we go. So that gift card should still be valid because I haven't used it. So that is a gift card code. So first person to get on the website, you'll save $15.63 because I just gave y'all a free gift card code. And you just put it in right here. If you're on a computer, if you're not, you're on your phone, just wherever, like you'll click the drop down. So you'll see something that says order summary. You'll click on the drop down. That's where you can put your gift card and your discount codes in. All right. Okay, so let's see. What was the one you traded your 7720 for? The Workforce 7820, 7840. I didn't trade it. Both of them are actually in my office. But the new Workforce printers are the 7820, 7840, 7310, and C7000. 7840, 7820, 7310, C7000. When you get an error message saying the image does not fit the size, how do you fix that? The image does not fit the size. What program are you referring to? What program are you referring to? The giveaway starts at 6:35. I need more guidance to make sure I am gathering. I'm going to put it back over here. To make sure I am gathering all the information I need when doing personalized items and a nice professional order form. Okay, then definitely be on the lookout. Sign up for class updates so that you can get information about that class. Also, we've been doing a lot of like talks and discussions like that over in the Ink Zone. Yes, branding and packaging for a professional look. I need to do better with that to make everything look attractive and inviting. Do you have to be present on the live to win? No, you do not. We will send out an email. You do have a limited time to claim the prize. Once we have all of them, we will send out an email to let you know what prize you won and for you to go ahead and claim it, verify where you want it to be sent to. And if it is not claimed, because when the email comes, if it's not claimed within the outline time, then you will forfeit and void that win. I did care instructions with thermal stickers. Photoshop. I don't teach Photoshop. So I'm not really sure. I've never seen that error in Photoshop. I mean, I use Photoshop, but I don't teach Photoshop. But I don't think I've ever seen that. You get an error message saying image does not fit the size. How do you fix that? Oh, I mean, if you have that, it's probably because of your canvas size. So I don't know how you set yours up. If it was a template, that's kind of a question where I really would have to see what it is that you're doing. You can book a quick help session with me so I can see your screen and be able to help you through that. Because only thing I can think of like that error message will come up is if but you still really don't get the error message for that though. Because if your canvas size is too small and you bring the picture in, it's just going to cut it off. So I really would need to see that. So either send me a screenshot of like the exact message, or book a quick help session with me. That's a 15-minute session. It doesn't come with any playbacks, but it's the most affordable one. 15-20 minute session to kind of go over like your specific issue. If I can help you just from a screenshot and you're posting it in my group. No, I am Eastern. Everything that I do will always be Eastern Standard Time because I'm in Florida. In Photoshop, I decided to live my 17. I save it as a PNG. When I go to print, I kept getting error messages that, oh, okay. So see, now we're getting somewhere. It's when you go to print. It's probably because of your print settings and how you have it set up. Did you set your canvas up to the size paper that you're going to print? So when you went in, did you set it to 11 by 17? Did you set it up to 13 by 19? When you design, did you go all the way to the edge? Because there technically is a print margin. When you go to your page setup, or your print settings, are you choosing the page that the size page that your design fits? So there's a couple different things in that when you're going to go print. If you don't use the full value of the gift card, will you lose the difference? No. So for a gift card, no. However, if you use reward points, you do lose the difference. But for a gift card, no. You can keep using that gift card until it reaches 0. Did somebody get to use the Did somebody use the gift card? Let's see. I want to see if somebody got to use that gift card code. Did somebody get to use the gift card code? Yes, somebody got to use the gift card code. And she said, she was like, I wanted 8.5 by 11. And she got to use the gift card code. I see it, 1563. Congratulations, Shelly. Congratulations. All right, let's do that one more. That was actually pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty cool. Let's do that one more time. Let's do that one more time. That was pretty cool. Congratulations, Shelly. All right, let's go gift cards. Issue a gift card. 1563. Activate. Get gift card code. All right. Let's do it one more time. All right, there is the code. That was pretty cool. I should do that more often. That was pretty cool. Oh, wait. Let me give you guys one over here on TikTok. Hold on. I'm going to do one over here for TikTok. Okay. So I have to, let's see. Oh, wait. Miss Shep, are you still on? Just type in the word code if you're still on so I can comment. I can reply to yours because I don't know how to, let me see, interact. No. Or enhance. Yeah, I don't know of any other way for me to put a comment other than to reply to somebody else's comment. So if you write the word code, I can put this gift card code for anyone that's on TikTok. If you want to head over to the website and use the code, like the discount code is 365 verified. $365 verified. That'll get you 30% off of 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper. But I'm going to give you guys a free gift card over here on TikTok, or somebody type in code and I'll post what the code is. She said, I was on it. Someone beat me to it. And this is the lucky person that was able, wait, you were able to use what? My free gift card code? Were you able to use my free gift card code? I may have to do that tomorrow too. That was pretty fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I have to probably ask the husband how many times can I do that? But that's actually pretty fun. I'm definitely gonna find out how many times can I do that tomorrow. Okay, there we go. All right, let me type in what that code is. It went away. Hold on. I gotta go get the gift card code. Oh, is it not gonna show me now? Oh, damn it. Hold on. That's kind of dumb. I can't actually see the code now. Oh, that's weird. All right, so we're going to disable this one. I'm going to have to do a new one. So at least let me tell you, God is good, because I would have been trying to do like a bunch of them, and then I would not have been able to post them all. So now I know when I get the go ahead to do this tomorrow, I have to like write the codes down or copy them like immediately, because once you go out, you actually don't see the whole number anymore. All right, so let me comment under yours what that code is. Dang it, W. Okay, I will say I won't be doing that on TikTok. Y'all gonna have to watch over on Facebook or YouTube, because me trying to type this out, like look at this and type it out, because over here I can just copy and paste. So I'm like double, triple checking, making sure that it's the right code. So when I do this tomorrow, I'm definitely only doing this on Facebook and YouTube. Lord Jesus, I hope this is correct. Let me let you make sure. Okay. Okay, perfect. Boom. So that's the gift card code right there. That's the gift. So that what I just put under Myrna's comment is a gift card code. And then 365 verified is the code for 30% off select paper, 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17. Do y'all see those colors though? All right, so last call though, guys. Last call for any questions for me. I'm willing to answer questions while I'm live. But there is the discount code 365 verified for 30% off of 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17 paper. Make sure that you guys pick up your gift card as well for the giveaway. So if you have not gotten your giveaway gift card, make sure that you pick that up, because the giveaway will take place starting at 6. Well, the live will start at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I see there are some people who have taken advantage of our they're on they got the flash deal. So I see a couple people who are using their flash deal. That code was a little bit better. So if you signed up for the flash deals, you got a real good code on your text message. You guys might got to make sure that you follow me on all platforms. Make sure that you have signed up to be on our text message list, our email list. Codes and discounts are going out for HS Ink Week and HS Ink Day. So you got to make sure you follow us everywhere. Make sure that you follow. You never know where a code will pop up. Yes, the colors, man. My beautiful aunts. Look at that black. That black is giving everything it is supposed to give. And even on gray, the colors still pop. My desk was so messy. I wanted y'all to see, like, that was a good one too. So this was, oh, wait a minute now. There we go. I had to do a lot of rags. It was like a trunk party for someone that was going away to college. So even things like that, like having big orders. So it was I did a lot of rally towels, and that's something that was really, really easy to do. For the custom one, using word art. This one was simply putting the logo on, like their logos on it for the school they were going to. And that was a really, really big order. They ordered a lot. It's like that was their giveaway to everyone at the event. And look at those colors, man. Amazing. If you got the text message, there's a difference in the way, like what the code, like what it was for. So there's a big difference in what it was for. So you have to read the fine print. Where do you order the Honestly Speaking summation? Our website, the link is in the bio, but I'm going to go ahead and post it here. So it's shop.hsink365.com. Shop.hsink365.com is our website. All right, we carry summation paper in tacky and fast dry, 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, 13 by 19. We have multi-packs, like 3 packs of all the sizes. No, I think it's, 3 of all, like 8.5 to 11. And then the 13 is a 4-pack. We have a bundle that has all 4 sizes. We also sell them by the case. So if you are someone who is booked and busy and you go through a lot of paper, the case might be what you need, okay? Yes, it can be used. We pretty much specialize in using it for Epson printers. That is what I teach, Veronica. I teach doing sublimation using Epson desktop printers. Of course, you can use it with, if you have, let's say you have the large format. There's people that have the large format because there is a slot where you can put regular sheets of paper. If you have, even if you have like the 24-inch desktop one, you can still use sheets. But I specialize in pretty much helping people with using Epson printers, even Sawgrass printers. But I pretty much specialize in helping with troubleshooting, and learning how to use the Epson desktop printers, whether it's an EcoTank or a workforce printer, everything from the small ones that only do 8.5 inches wide, all the way up to the wide formats that allow you to do 13 inches wide. All Epson desktop printers allow you to print 47 inches long. Oh, that was a little thing I was going to share with you guys. Oh, you now realize what the difference was, huh, Miss Cheryl? You realize what your text message the difference in. How you sign up for it on our website. So there's a pop-up. When y'all go on websites, y'all see those pop-ups and y'all just be clicking off. Y'all missing out on great deals. So it's on the website. It pops up for you to sign up for the flash deals, for the text message of the flash deals. But when you go to check out, if you put your phone number there and you click to receive text messages, like you basically say that you want to receive the messages and things like that, that's another way to sign up. Yep. See. Okay, so let me go over to, I got to pull up my silhouette real quick, because this is going to be the best way for me to give you guys this visual. If you guys don't know, this. So let me ask this question, right? How many people have ever had to print something that was long and you tried to split it up? So not wide. Now, wide is a little bit different. If your printer only prints 8.5 inches wide, you can only do 8.5 inches wide. But let's say you had something and you needed to do 8.5 by, let's say, 19, right? Whether it's like a stole, if you were doing a tie. I'm not sure if you guys seen the video when I did ribbon. If you guys don't know, there's the satin ribbon and gross grain ribbon. Those are both polyester. So you can make custom ribbon. We're actually about to add that to our website, to our we have a site that's coming up like that I'm putting all together for like different things, and for custom ribbon, because I have to also make some custom ribbon for a client for some cheer bows and stuff. And I have some clients that have bow shops and they don't have a summation printer. They don't desire to have one. So they have contracted me to make their custom ribbon. And I was like, I might as well do this for others as well. So we're going to have it where you can buy custom ribbon that we sublimate in-house. But when you need to do a whole spool of ribbon, you want to kind of have that be seamless. Now, it is going to be best that you use the roll paper, however, if you decide that, you don't want to get the summation paper, roll paper, you can do it with regular paper. I'm going to show you what you'll have to do. So let's say we're going to do 8.5 by let's see. Let's say we use 8.5 by 14. Oh, wait. 47. So that will be 3.35 sheets. So I'm just going to say 14 times 3 is 42. So let's say we're going to make this 8.5 by 43, right? So I'm going to go 8.5 by 43. Now you're like, okay, well, I only have 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14 paper. How in the heck am I going to go? How am I going to go and print this all as one? What you will do is, I'm going to just make a box here. This represents the paper. So 8.5 by, let's just go 14, right? You have your 8.5 by 14 paper. What you're going to do is pre-tape your paper together. You're going to pre-tape the paper together, and you're going to feed it just like you're doing the roll paper. You can feed it through the rear feed, or it can go through the front and it's still going to pick up. But if you're going to go through the front, you have to just be mindful of like the direction the paper's going in, like when you tape it together. But you're going to take your second sheet of paper. You want to have a little bit of an overlap, and you're going to overlap the papers. You're going to put either HS ink heat tape across the back, or you can even use the Dollar Tree masking tape or painter's tape. Either one will work. But you don't want to do like a thick, like you don't want to be too thick. You can even use regular like Scotch tape as well, but you want to make sure that's taped down really good. I'm going to just change the color of this just so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to take my transparency down. So you see how there is like a little bit of an overlap. So you want to overlap as many pages as you need to be that length. All right. So I'm going to just make this one a different color as well. So all together, this is 41 inches. So like how I kind of have them overlap, it'll end up being like 41.5 inches long. Well, once you go, you put your design, you're able to design fully on here. If you are doing something that needs to be like a continuous run, like a tie or a graduation stole, like I said, if you want to do the ribbon and stuff like that, so you're going to design it and have it be long. You're going to print this out as one big piece. And what this will do is you're not going to have to worry about piecing it together after the fact and maybe having your design shift, having a white line, because it is going to print as one seamless piece. So if you guys didn't know that, go ahead and put a thumbs up in the comments, or drop a heart in the comments if that's something that you're going to find beneficial, is going to be helpful for you. What is the difference between tacky and fast dry? So tacky sublimation paper is not tacky like when you touch it. It's going to feel just like the regular paper. It's going to somewhat look like the regular paper, although it has a little bit of a shine to it. With the tacky paper, you get a temporary tack once you press it. Once you press it is when you get the temporary tack. There are several benefits to it. One of them is if you have like a heat press, let's say our paper, for one, you don't really get a lot of ghosting on our paper to begin with because of how it's engineered. But let's say you have been experiencing like some ghosting, like an excessive amount of ghosting for some reason because of your heat press. Once you use the tacky paper, it sticks to it sticks to the fabric. It will stick to the fabric. And that's going to help prevent any shifting any ghosting that will occur because of shifting. So that is technically like what it's meant for, is to prevent shifting and to prevent ghosting that's caused by shifting. There we go. Prevent ghosting that's caused by your paper shifting. Whether you put it like when you first press it, when your heat press pops up, if you have a paper that doesn't fully complete the sublimation process. Our paper completes the sublimation process. So we really it is very, very rare that you're going to have ghosting at the end of your press. Now, let's say if you're putting your heat press down and your paper moves, and our paper starts to sublimate as soon as that heat hits the back. So if it moves in the beginning part, you might see some ghosting on it. But like at the end, a lot of people get ghosting when it pops up and their paper moves at the end, and you end up getting it still gassing off. Our paper pretty much stops gassing off once that heat is removed from it. So it's not a big issue for us. What I personally like to use it for is oversized items. It really comes in handy for oversized items because you have a smaller heat press, but you have this really long print or this really big print. Once you press it in that one section, you don't have to worry about it moving. It is going to stay put in that section. Now you do have to pre-press your item beforehand to make sure all the moisture is out and it's going to actually stick. So you do have to pre-press with the tacky paper. So you'll press it, it's going to stick in that area. You'll be able to move your item and then press it again, and it's not going to do a lot of shifting where you already pressed it. I don't like to spray adhesive in my work area. So I use my tacky paper. I use tape. I normally use like either heat tape or painters or masking tape, as long as it's not touching my fabric. And I will tape it down really good, but then I can move it around and I'm not worried about it shifting. When I do large blankets, I use the larger paper and it'll stick, and I can move my easy press around and I don't have to worry about it shifting. So it has a lot of benefits. Yes, I'm so glad I just purchased the tacky sublimation paper. This is a question for a different product. Have you tested out the new DTV that you can use with regular printers? I personally have not. It's not something that I'm like running like, oh my God, this is a game changer, because I know what it is. You know, I know about all print methods. It's not a game changer for me. Other than like the fact that you can pick it up with the transfer, the TTD, although some people say they still have issues with that. But it is technically designed to be able to pick up with the TDD masking and then transfer it to your garment. But I like Jet Pro 3G. It is like the method of it, how you use it, the inks that you use with it. It's not a special ink. I have used Jet Pro 3G. I absolutely love it. I know how to get it to transfer when it's small pieces. I've been doing it for years. I have my own method of doing that, especially now that we have, honestly speaking, heat tape. So when I want to use my Jet Pro 3G, I just use my my heat tape, because we sell it in 6-inch rolls. So I'll take it and I'll put my heat tape, like I'll use the 6 inches, go across it. Then I'll use like another 6-inch like piece, and I'll probably have like 2 of those to pick up my Jet Pro 3G, put it down all as one on my shirt, and I'm good to go. So for me, the DTV is not a game changer. It is, don't get me wrong, it's an amazing option. If you don't want to use heat tape, you still have to get the masking. So it by itself, if you do something where it's a solid cut, you can just take that off, put that on your garment and press it. Guess what? You can do that same thing with Jet Pro 3G. You still, in order to do like all the little small pieces or things that are separated, you still have to purchase an additional item, whether it is heat tape or it is TTD masking. I also have an eco solvent printer. A lot of people are getting into eco solvent. There is no need for you to rush to get DTF if you're doing eco solvent, because the process is the exact same way. So for a lot of people and for influencers, it's going to help their channels. It's going to help Caesar, but it really isn't this major game changer. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. Y'all know I like to keep it real. I keep it honest. I'm not saying that it's not a great product. Don't get me wrong. That is not what I'm saying. But if you have a method to put items on cotton shirts and it works for you already, this is not something that's going to change your life drastically. If Jet Pro 3G works for you, stick with it. If Easy Subly works for you, stick with it. If sublimating to glitter HTV works for you, stick with it. But this is going to be something that's new for someone that doesn't have a sublimation printer. Anyone that has a home printer, whether it's dye ink or pigment ink, they can purchase this. If they don't have a cutting machine, they don't really need one. They can cut by hand, cut with scissors, cut with an X-Acto knife. So it is something that it can be useful with creating shirts or putting printed images on fabrics, on apparel, on any type of garments. It works for that, but it's not something that is mind-blowing. Okay? Or like this major game changer. I love the tacky paper when doing custom ribbons because of the multiple presses needed. Yep, see, told you. And that's one of the things. I'll probably complete one of my orders tomorrow, but I have to make some custom ribbons for a client. I thought about adding shirts, so I wanted to get your input on it. I definitely will get your heat tape. I'm on the site now. So yes. So if you were someone that wasn't doing shirts, if you have never used any method, so if you've never used any method for shirts, if you have a regular home printer and you want to try it, it's worth trying. I'm not going to say that it's not worth trying. So you definitely can. It's going to give you good colors. It's going to, look well on the shirt. The hand feel on the top really isn't going to be much of a difference. Well, from the inside, they all feel the same from the inside. Now, the hand feel might be a little bit different from material to material, but they all pretty much operate the same way. If your design is too big, once you wash it, I don't care if it's DTV, if it's HT, if it's Jet Pro 3G, if it's Caesar color print, that thing is going to still get wrinkled no matter what. If it's a really, really large image, that's a given. So when it comes to that part, no different. But if you're brand new to it, it is a great option. It is a more expensive option than Jet Pro 3G. So it does cost more to pretty much give you the same results. How do you eliminate the paper lines while pressing sublimation? Exactly, Jesse. You repress. I have several videos. If you go to my YouTube channel, Honestly Speaking, and look for one of the videos where I have done shirts, so you'll search Honestly Speaking sublimation shirts, and you'll see where I've pressed them. What I do is especially if you have a lot of shirts, I'll press them all at the regular press time, right? At the regular pressure, and I use light pressure. And then I go in and I turn my pressure up, and you put your butcher paper or your cover paper, your parchment paper, your butcher paper on top, and you repress it for about 10 to 12 seconds. And that's going to knock that line out. But you have to make sure that your butcher paper or your parchment paper isn't on the shirt also. Like, that needs to be wider than your heat press. Normally, butcher paper will do that for you because it's about 18 inches wide. And if you have a 16 by 20 or a 15 by 15, that 18 inches will hang off of the heat press and you're not going to have any additional lines. But the best way is to repress it. I don't care what anyone says. Lint brushing right after you take it off the heat press, and don't work. Tearing your paper, and don't work. You may not have a sharp line, but you're still going to have a line of demarcation. It's just going to be jagged. It's going to look like teared paper for that line. When it comes to pressing to shirts, there's no way to really avoid that other than using a really, really thin sublimation paper. Problem with that is thin sublimation papers do not work well in converted Epson printers. So your average paper that you're going to use is going to be a 120 or 125. And that's even with very, very light pressure, you're going to get the lines. Now, I also did a video where I do show you how you could eliminate the lines as soon as you press, but it takes up more time because what you're going to have to do is cut custom pressing pillows. You can do that with with the green foam from Joann's or Hobby Lobby. So you want your piece of foam to be bigger than your design, but smaller than the paper. And when you have that under there, it's going to raise that part up. So when you close your heat press, the edges of the paper are not touching your shirt. Therefore, you won't get lines. So there's a couple different methods, and I have shown them all. But that whole cut your paper down or give it jagged edges, that don't work, y'all. You just have jagged edges on your shirt. Lint brushing right after, that don't work. Putting it in the dryer, that don't work. Repressing is the only way to do it. Tacky paper is sold out. I don't know. Let me ask my husband. I don't think so, but let me find out. Which size are you referring to? Let me come over here and see. Tacky sublimation sheets. No, I'm showing that all of our tacky is in stock. There's nothing that's showing that it's sold out. Now the rolls, the 8-inch rolls are sold out. Let's see, when we go to sublimation rolls, 8.5-inch rolls, yes, that is sold out. But the tacky paper is not sold out. Yeah. And we're not getting the 8.5-inch roll anytime soon. We're not doing any new purchases until after our second fiscal year. I mean, it's not second, until our new fiscal year starts. So no new paper will be ordered until then. Did you get the baby safari animals from Design Bundles? I can't wait to do some baby blankets with your ink and paper. Yes, those came from no. Those did not come from Design Bundles. Those came from Creative Fabrica. So the latest one that I did, that was some of them were included in like the free file a couple weeks ago. Those came from Creative Fabrica. I'm so happy with my after press when doing the shirts, and of course I learned that from you. Yes. Oh, your repress. Yep. Repressing is the best way to get rid of those lines. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, did I get them? No, I didn't get them. Yeah, I thought I would probably be able to stay up. No, I didn't. I didn't stay up for the DB deals. I have to find that video showing you using the green pads. Thanks. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. Not sure if anyone over on TikTok got to use the code. No one posted. Oh wait. Okay, no, I saw that one. Did anybody on TikTok take advantage of the free gift card that was posted? If you did, say me. The code is only valid on 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17 paper. It is $365 verified. $365 verified. Oh, okay, perfect. You were able to use the gift card code. Yay! You are welcome. You are welcome. Do y'all see? Wait, let me pause that real quick. Let me go back to that. Do y'all see those colors, man? That was pretty cool. And then, like, when it comes to doing all over shirts, you are going to end up with some imperfections underneath the sleeves. There's no way to really avoid that. This was done, printed with my Epson 7720, pressed with my Hotronics. I set this design up in Silhouette Studio. So my client sent me the press release when Howard got that sponsorship from Jumpman, right? And it was really small. So I had to basically recreate that. You can do a lot in Silhouette Studio, guys. So I recreated that with the colors and making it look blue because the original image is not blue. Finding the outline and putting that on there. And this is a great example of upselling combinations. So they originally ordered the shirt. So I gave I gave them the rag and then got the order for no. This one I still gave them afterwards. So for the first person that ordered, I ended up giving him the tumbler and the rag, and it led to more. But you don't have to give them away. You can use them as upselling. So this is a great example of upselling. The code is 365 verified. That will get you 30% off of our 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper. Any full pack. So it can be the tacky paper, it can be the fast dry paper. You can do the 3-pack, you can do the case, but it will get you 30% off. 365 verified is the code. So here is sublimation to glitter cardstock. And you can make like the money cards with those. Some people call them social media plaques, but you can use them for memorials. As you can see, the business cards can also be used for memorial keepsakes. Look at that. No lines around that shirt. Then there's the tumbler. For me, for tumblers, I normally do either 350, 375, depending on what I want to put on my convection oven. And I don't preheat. I just set it to about like 6 minutes, just throw it in there. I don't have to rotate and I just let it go. But I also don't preheat. If I preheat, I only leave it in there for about like 4.5, 5 minutes. That was sublimation to glitter. There are masks from Amazon. That is also sublimation to glitter on a canvas. So that's I don't know if it's a Dollar Tree canvas or Michael's canvas, but it is sublimation to glitter. So you can press that glitter HTV to the canvas. You can do the whole thing and make the whole thing a glitter print on the canvas, or as I did there, like with just with the like print and cut. All orders before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, get shipped out the same day. This is also sublimation onto glitter cardstock. This one right here is a combination of, so I think, no, all of these are actually sublimation. This is sublimation on glitter cardstock. And both of these are sublimation to laminated cardstock. So I laminated a regular piece of paper, and then you're able to sublimate it and make bookmarks. So all three of those bookmarks were made with sublimation, not regular printing. They were all made with sublimation. Sublimation to glitter cardstock, and this is laminated cardstock. So I laminated the paper first, and then pressed the sublimation print to it, and then cut it out. This is something that we did last year during HS Ink Month. This one up here is sublimation. This is sublimation, but the rest of it, let me go back. Oh, come on. Okay, maybe that moved a little too fast. I'm going to pause it this time. There we go. So this right here is sublimation to glitter cardstock. The K is sublimation to glitter cardstock, and then this piece. But this one right here and the image and this part right here, that is our pigment ink. So we do sell pigment ink as well. So that is just regular pigment ink. And then of course the paper is just regular colored cardstock. So this is a combination of our pigment ink. You can see how rich those colors are, and sublimation as well. Sublimation to glitter cardstock. That's just a regular print. This is actually, if I'm not mistaken, that was two. This is also, ooh, this is a good one too. Both of those were two different papers showing like the difference in just color, saturation, and how the colors look and how it feels in. Both of these are. So the reds were richer, the blue was richer, the blacks. So that was a comparison one. This is an all over shirt that was done with my Epson 7720 and my 16 by 20 heat press. No major like seams or anything like that through it because of how I tape it together, how I press it. I don't use a hardboard. I just put mine on a big old piece of craft paper. It sits loose. That's how I avoid all of those like thick white lines. This I did do live, so you can check out the replay of this video when I did that particular shirt. It was for my niece for summer camp last year. There it is again. Oh, excuse me. And almost everything you see that I create, Silhouette Studio. So if you're looking to learn how to design in Silhouette Studio and use Silhouette Studio, all of this, Silhouette Studio. You want to be able to create items like this, get in my classes. Essential to Silhouette Studio is where you start at to really learn the program. And then from there, I can help you with learning how to design in Silhouette Studio. I'm known for my designs. Like that is what stands out for my customers, is just how I design. All right. Sorry, I'm answering some questions here. Give me a second. Was the panel canvas or the easy to hang canvas you use? It was a panel one. It was just a flat one. The one that was on here was the flat one. How long do you do the rock slate? I have one that I want to make sure I use the correct time. I will say that every heat press is different. Every heat press is different. When you're doing something, whenever you're doing a new substrate, the best thing for you to do is purchase an extra one so that you can practice. I did a practice one, and if you watch that video, like I had like little strips, and I figured out what was going to be the best time with my heat press. Now with our paper and my heat press, I pressed it at 365 degrees for 2 minutes. 365 degrees for 2 minutes, which was way less than anybody else said like they do like normally with theirs. They'll press it for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, not with our paper. So as long as you have good firm pressure and your heat press is actually outputting the heat, 365, 2 minutes. You want to be on the safe side, you can do 365 for 2.5 minutes, but it does not take long with our paper. I need to dial mine in with your paper and settings with my new tumbler press. Yeah, because it's definitely going to not be the same time frame. Laminated cardstock first, then press the design to it. Correct. So you laminate the cardstock first and then press your sub design to it. She's not kidding. It's a great program and she teaches everything you need to know and more. I couldn't remember the time. I did watch the video. Thank you. You're very welcome. Just order your submission paper. Didn't know you was having a sale. You gotta follow us. I posted early this morning. I've been live for an hour and a half. If you're on the text message list, look at my baby. Text message got sent out. So you got to follow us, guys. You got to follow us. Make sure you like, follow the Facebook page, Honestly Speaking, as well. And that was a Dollar Tree, like the shop towel. That one that you just saw was a Dollar Tree shop towel. So as you can see, you can sublimate to a lot of things. If you're someone that's just starting out, so that you get a hang of like your heat press, your printer settings, get used to the paper. You don't have to like go in, and these are our everyday. Hold on, let me go back. So for paper, as of right now, those are everyday low prices. I am going to let you guys know that come October 1st, prices do change. Prices and the emails will be going out for that because our new fiscal year starts. So of course, just like everybody else, and people get raises and with the economy and all that, prices will change October 1st. So make sure that you get your products and you lock them in at these amazing prices because the prices will change October 1st. Price change coming October 1st. So you guys have 1 month and a few days to lock in at these prices. You're not going to find a better quality paper at a better price. And as usual, all orders before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time get sent out the same day. But I love your submission paper and ink. Yay. What are the printer settings for Epson for sublimation? So I will share with you what my settings are. I do have a full video on my YouTube channel. So I have 2 YouTube channels, Honestly Speaking and Silaholics Anonymous. So Honestly Speaking is where you're going to find a lot more content for like settings and like live demos of different things like that, Q&As, all that kind of good jazz. So for me, I don't use premium matte at all. You don't, especially for fabrics. And for many of the soft substrates or hard substrates as well. But for soft substrates, you really don't have to use premium matte as long as it's a high polyester count. Now, when you're using like 50-50, it might be better for you to use premium matte just so you can get just a little bit more color saturation. But everything that you see here, every single thing that you see going across this screen, with all the blacks and all that other kind of good jazz, was printed with plain paper setting. So we're going to come over here to, what's this thing called? Silhouette Studio. And we're going to come over here to print. So I'm going to walk you through what my print settings are and where you'll go to. But check out the video so you can see it all nice and big. Go to my YouTube channel. So for any printer, whether it's the EcoTank or Workforce, what I use right here, plain paper bright white. Plain paper bright white is the setting. It's not saying to use plain paper bright white, just like paper from the store. It's the setting. Then you're going to set your quality to high. Down here where it says quiet mode, you want to turn that off. Turn that on. You're also going to turn it on your printer. I just did a video where I was going through the settings. I showed you, like, especially for the 7820, where to go at to turn that off on your printer. So check out those videos as well. On the EcoTank printers, the smaller format ones, I don't think you can turn quiet mode on the smaller ones, but you can still do it in the in your settings. So turn that to on. Under more options, make sure that you never have anything for reduce enlarge document. I personally prefer to use, I've tested all these certain things. Automatic works, like if it's like a it's like a image that you purchase, a lot of times automatic can work. But when you are designing yourself, I find that I get the best color accuracy from custom. And then you're going to go to advanced. You're going to go to color controls, change Epson Vivid to Adobe RGB. I personally use 1.8. I don't use 2.2. It prints out too dark for me. I don't like the colors from it, but that's a personal preference. Although I really feel like it's a professional preference. It should be the standard. But for me, I use 1.8. If you prefer 2.2, that's great if it works for you. And then I don't put anything here. I don't change anything here. And then we're going to go to, of course, bidirectional or high speed. Contrary to what anyone tells you, it really doesn't make a major difference. You can turn it on, leave it off. It doesn't make a big difference. The quiet mode is really what's slowing it down. All the bidirectional and the or high speed, what it does is normally it will print in both directions. From right to left, it'll drop ink. From left to right. So each way it's dropping ink. When you turn those off, it's only going to drop ink from right to left. However, these are not really super large printers. So it's not going to make a big deal because that print head carriage goes back so fast and it prints back across so fast that it's not going to really it's still not going to dry fast enough. Quiet mode is really what's going to help that dry a little bit faster. I mean, give you more time for drying. So you can turn it on, turn it off. I've timed it. The one thing that when I'm giving you information, it's not just because I'm regurgitating something somebody else said. I sat here, I printed out the exact same image through all of these settings, and I put a stopwatch on, and I timed how long it took to print. And it took the same amount of time to print, whether high speed was on or off, especially with using the plain paper setting. It's not going to make that big of a difference. And on premium matte, it was literally like maybe a few seconds difference. Doesn't make a big deal. A big difference. Then you're going to turn on mirror, of course. I personally choose to have it mirrored in my print settings. If you prefer to mirror in your design program, or if your image is already mirrored, do not mirror in your print settings. I like to kind of have it be a no-brainer. So I have it in my print settings. I also have a print setting when I don't need it to mirror. I have a print setting for that. Then we're going to go over to maintenance, go to extended settings, thick paper and envelope. And then right here is really where you prevent those pinwheels. If you find that you're experiencing an excessive amount of pinwheels, one, you should be cleaning your rollers regularly. Get used to cleaning them once a week, once every 2 weeks. If you're starting to do a lot of, if you do a lot of dark items back to back to back, clean your rollers. Cleaning your rollers is a part of regular maintenance for your printers. I clean mine often. But if you're cleaning and you let's say you just still you're getting an excessive amount of pizza wheels or pinwheels, you have to adjust your density. Now, -25 is excessive, but that was doing an example of when you're using premium matte. If you decide to use premium matte, let's say for your tumblers, you find that you get better blacks. If you use premium matte, take your density down some to avoid the pinwheels. So you can go down as low as -25. But normally my setting is anywhere like -5, -10. But those are all of the settings that I use. 3 weeks ago, I purchased a different sublimation ink. Can I mix different inks and paper suppliers? Paper never matters. You can use any ink with any paper. Of course, for advertising purposes, a company's going to say it's the best combination. Use our ink, use our paper. But what happens with the companies that only sell paper, that only sell ink? It's a marketing tactic. I can definitely say that. Although I have been told that I should actually market that way because other people have tried our paper with other inks, and then they have 2 printers, the exact same printer, and they will use our ink with our paper, and it looks totally different. So I have been told that I need to market that way, but being the scientist that I am, it's gonna work. Our paper gonna work dope with no matter what ink you have. Now, as far as mixing inks, 90%, let's say 83.65% of the inks pretty much come from the same manufacturers overseas. All of us who are selling ink and paper, we're not manufacturing them ourselves. Most of us are getting them from manufacturers within certain regions of China. You'll be surprised that most of them actually come from the same factory. Even though it's different distributors on Alibaba, they're actually still made in the same factories. So my ink can be the same exact ink as the one that you're using, and you're never going to notice a difference. Now, if the formulas are significantly different, you may experience or see a slight difference in color. If it's on a new job, you're probably not even going to bat an eye at it. However, if you are currently working on a print job and your ink gets low and you mix the ink, you will be able to tell the difference, especially in those first couple of prints. You will be able to tell the difference between the old ones, like with the old ink, and then with the mixed ink, because you have mixed them. So that first couple of prints, you will be able to see the difference. So you can mix inks at any point. You just might see a slight difference in color. And I never recommend mixing inks in the middle of a job. Is pigment ink similar to inkjet ink? It is. So inkjet ink is not a type of ink. This is so y'all know what I'm about is about educating you guys so that you guys can make the best decisions, make the best purchases. You can be the best that you can be in your business. Inkjet is not a type of ink. Inkjet is a process. The fact that it goes back and forth and it drops down ink. Sublimation for it with a sawgrass is inkjet. Eco solvent printing, even with a roll-in printer, is inkjet because of how it outputs the ink. Then you have thermal, which is like your roll-in and things like that. The printer when you go to the store and they print out a receipt, those are like thermal printers. And then you have laser printing or like your toner printing. Those are like your three main ones: inkjet, toner, or laser, and thermal. So pigment ink is inkjet, sublimation, inkjet, eco solvent, inkjet, latex, inkjet. It's the process. What pigment ink is a type of ink. It's a regular ink. You can use it to print your regular documents, print invoicing, print banners, print photos, print stickers. Pigment ink and dye ink are the same thing. Like they have the same uses. It's like your regular everyday type of ink. The differences between the two is the color range. Dye ink has a larger color gamut, larger color range than pigment ink. However, pigment ink gives you can give you richer colors on certain papers, and it's water resistant. So what I talked about earlier about using Jet Pro 3G, I never have an issue using Jet Pro 3G because I use pigment ink. It's water resistant. Once water hits it, it does not run. It does not fade. It is fade resistant ink as far as coming in contact with water. Whereas with dye ink, y'all remember back in the day, especially if you're of a particular age, you go when first came out with printers and all this stuff, you go and you print it out, it gets wet, and what happens? You cannot read anything on that paper because it has bled, it has run. That is what dye ink does. Pigment ink is water resistant. That is the biggest advantage to it over your traditional dye ink. Yes, for light colors, I can do tumblers in the oven in 3 minutes. Now we're not talking about like super dark colors like your dark blacks and things like that. But when it's like pastel colors and lighter colors like that, yes. And it's something that I have shown on live that I put it in there for 3 minutes and it sublimates. Yes, 3-minute oven tumblers. And I don't even rotate them. Do I have to use sublimation spray? I do not recommend using sublimation spray at all. You will never hear me do, you'll never see me do a video on it. You're not going to hear me recommend it, do it at all. Sublimation is sublimation. If somebody wants a cotton shirt, then they don't want sublimation. So I'm never going to be that person that's going to ever recommend it. Is it an option? Yes. Is it something that someone has marketed and decided to put out there? Yes. But it's something that I don't give information on, and I personally don't give any recommendations on it. For me, it's just a no. But there are other videos that you can watch if you would like more information on it. One of the reasons why I also, especially when it comes to shirts or just garment, is you don't really know exactly what's in there. When it's a polyester shirt, it's a polyester shirt. You can go and you can tell your customers, okay, this is a polyester shirt. When you're putting a different substance on there, if your client or whoever puts that shirt on has an allergic reaction, you can be held liable because you sprayed a substance on that shirt. So for personal use, I say go. If you want to go for it, go for it. But when you're somebody in business, especially if you don't have your LLC and you're not protecting yourself for limited liability when it comes to these things, you don't have an LLC, somebody goes and they have this weird reaction to it, especially when y'all are putting this on kids' clothes, which have the highest regulations, especially for flame retardation and how kids' clothes have to be made. This is why kids' shirts cost so much more money, because there are different regulations for children's shirts, because they're not going to automatically know to stop, drop, and roll. So there's certain guidelines when making children's clothing. That's why they, like, even though they're smaller, sometimes can cost, like for blanks, just as much as an adult shirt. So I definitely don't recommend putting that on kids' shirts, because it might make that shirt where now it is more flammable and you are held liable. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Shakia, have you subbed on a polo poly shirt that's not white? Yes, I have. Sublimation ink is translucent. So I've subbed on several things that are not white. If you're doing something that's black, it works out great. Certain things like yellow fabrics, reds look great on there. Pinks look great on there. A lot of the times, because ink is translucent, you're never going to get the true color. It can look like it's like not as vibrant because of the colored garment, but it will sublimate to it. And then with using our sublimation paper, because you're not using 400 degrees, you're not using that really high temperature, you don't get as much of that, like that burn, I'd say burn mark, but like that discoloration mark that stays there for a really long time. When with other papers, or when you're using that high temp, you are really setting that in. So I've done them, and when you first do it, you might see it, you might see a little shine, but it does go away. What are some good poly brand shirts? I have tried so many of them. I can only tell you the ones that I use. And what's good for me may not be good for others. There's someone that likes to tussle with me every time I say I personally cannot stand cricket shirts. They don't work for me. But there are some that live by them. They absolutely love them. I am one. I do not. I do not care for cricket shirts at all. They don't meet the quality that I personally like. I'm also one, I don't look for shirts that are cotton-like. When my customers want sublimation, these are the shirts that I use. I like a shirt that has like a little bit of a semi-gloss. I don't really care for the super, super shiny shirts like Ultra Club and some of the other ones, but I like a shirt that has like a little bit of a semi-gloss to it. The colors just pop more on it because of the sheen of the shirt. That's a personal preference. So my go-tos are Team 365, Sports Tech, and Port & Co. But there are several others that are great. Other people will use them. There are a lot of companies that are now selling sublimation shirts. I think I may have some in my box from the Blank Spot. I think I may have tried some of their shirts. If I open it up and some of their sublimation shirts in there, I will be sure to, of course, I'm going to do like a demo on it and let you know how those submate and what my thoughts are on that. But like the Blank Spot, they do have sublimation shirts on their site, and Dee and Eric especially with D. You know, Eric is new to this game, but D's going to make sure that like it's great product. So I trust and believe that those shirts are going to sublimate well, because they are kind of like me. They put out the best of the best. But as far as like just like brands that are popular brands or like the bigger brands, Sports Tech and Team 365 are my go-tos. But I have used Ultra Club, I've used A4, I've used jerseys, I've used Vapor. I don't like Vapor at all. It's kind of up there with Cricket shirts. Me and Vapor don't get along. What else have I used? I've used Gildan. I have Augusta. I've used Badger. I have tested a lot of shirts. I was told you couldn't print on a color poly shirt. Thank you for answering that question. It helps. Yes, you definitely can. Even when it comes to light colors, it's still going to affect the final output of it. It is still going to affect the final, the final color. And anywhere they're supposed to be white, you're just going to see that light pink or that light gray or that tan. I have several videos. If you watch, let me find that. I'm going to show you guys as far as like printing on colored products, right? So let's go. Honestly. Oh, wait, you know what? Is it over here? So I don't have to pull this over. Let's go and come over here. And we're going to go YouTube. And we're going to go honestly speaking. Sublimation colors. I'm trying to remember how the video was worded. Okay, no, it's not that. I know it when I see it. Okay, no. Gosh, let me see, what keywords? Oh, wait. For one, I spelled my name wrong. That might help. So honestly speaking, sublimation colors. There we go. Can I sublimate onto colors other than white? So again, over here we get education around here. We get education around here. I do the videos to help you. So you got to make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channels. Get into my classes, my sublimation boot camps, my sublimation seminars, my sublimation for beginners. I break all of this down for you guys. We have a intro to sublimation for beginners. We have actually a couple days coming up in September, because I just ended my other program. So we're going to do, they're going to be pop-up, but they're not pop-up because I actually have them scheduled out. But we're going to do some intro to sublimation. So if you want to attend live or just get the playbacks of them, be on the lookout for that. Sign up for class updates on our website. It's a little like tab at the bottom so that you can get the information about those. But we have some coming up. So people always ask, well, why do I recommend the settings that I recommend, right? How do I know those are the best settings? If you can find a paper vendor they can show you proof they've ever done this, where I went and I put in and took the time, and it ain't an easy thing to do to keep changing the settings. I changed the setting, same exact image, and I printed it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and it's another row. There's 20 different prints, 20 different combinations that I myself printed out in each one of those and pressed it for you to see, and for me to see the colors and the output and how those colors come out. Which is why originally I did used to say premium matte, but when I first did this, I was using a different type of paper. I have since redid this with honestly speaking sublimation paper, which is why I can say with confidence that you don't need premium matte. So I used the plain paper setting, Adobe RGB 1.8. Look at that color. That is and even back then I should have known better that I can use that, but you know, listening to other folk. But this is what I go through. This is how I test to make sure that I'm bringing you guys the most accurate information, the most accurate settings, things that I have tested myself. Anything that I tell you is not something that I took from somebody else. I watched a YouTube video. I am the YouTube video. Okay. So we're going to go here. And I think that's like, you can see it again. I kind of went through that. And then what I did, which I also recommend that you guys do so that your customers can see what colors look like on different color fabrics. Go to Joann's, go to Michael's, go to Walmart, and you're going to get colored felt. Felt is polyester. Even if it's the recycled one, and it's going to tell you it's made from plastic. Sublimation binds to synthetic fibers. When fabrics are made from plastic, guess what? That is synthetic. So you can press to those things that are recycled polyester that's made from plastic bottles. So I went through and put my color charts. You can get the color charts on our website as well. So I went through and I printed out and pressed these color charts to different color felt. So you kind of go on here, you get to see some of those. So between the white, this is like a lighter pink. And then I'll go, like when you watch the video, I show them side by side where you can see like the differences in the color. Here it is on a tan. So it will sublimate. It's just going to change. Now, don't mind the what's name on there that I waste water on it. And sublimation is like dye ink. You get water on it, it's going to bleed. But I wasn't going to waste it because it was just to show colors. So don't mind, you know, the little color part on there, the little color, just the discoloration. But this is white, this is tan. So I'm showing you the differences in like how those colors show up when you put it on colored garments or colored fabrics. So that's a light gray. Let's see. I'm going to go there. Light gray, light gray, light gray. I explain how to use the color charts in this video. And then here is the difference in like a darker gray. So gray doesn't mean like just because it's gray, people consider that to be a light, but there's differences in the grays. So you put it on a darker gray, those colors are, end up being really, 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 really dark. One of my favorites is the one that's coming up is the yellow. So certain colors look good on the tan, but then you get to other ones and it's like not so great, even though tan is a light color. This is one of my favorites. Reds and pinks and things like look so good on yellow. Things like blues and purple, like they come out looking brownish, but man, those reds look so good on yellow. Yellows, oranges, purples, pinks on pink. Whoo! It's so nice. Look at those blues on that pink. So definitely go check out this video. You can just search Honestly Speaking sublimation colors and you'll find the one, or there's a title, Can I Sublimate Onto Colors Other Than White? So definitely go check out that video. I'm surprised that this video only has 2,000 views. I don't know what YouTube is doing with my distribution, but this video is like the video that anybody that's doing sublimation, you need this video. Like, I don't know what YouTube is doing with it. Make sure y'all go, you go to this video, you watch it, you share it out. Let people know that this is a video they need to watch to understand sublimation to colors. I don't know why my numbers, I'm going to change the title. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the title. I'm going to change the description on that one because for some reason it's just not being distributed and that's not cool. All right, so we're done with that one. Okay, let's see. In the 30-day silhouette, wait, is the 30-day silhouette class still on sale? I think it was the 30-day. No, it is not right now. It is not right now. It's actually, you know what? I don't think I disabled it. So yes, if you know the code, then yes, you can still use it. I'm not going to say what the code is, but if you remember what the code was, if you want to go back and watch a video, I don't think that one has been disabled. So yes, it is still on sale. My website to order is shop.hsink365, or you can go to www.hsink365.com. Right now, tomorrow is HS Ink Day. We have our product line is 2 years old tomorrow. So we're going to have a giveaway so you can get your gift card while you're on the site to be entered in the giveaway. Then go back into the site. Use your gift card to purchase your 8.5 by 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17. Those are 30% off today. There will be different flash sales tomorrow for HS Ink Day. And then at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we start the live to start the giveaway. I will go over what the giveaways are again. If you are just joining, you don't know about the giveaway. Who doesn't know about our giveaway tomorrow? Who doesn't? Let me know. Say me, raise your hand if you do not know about our giveaway tomorrow and you want to know about it. What size paper is that for your overlap templates? Wait, I'm sorry. What size paper is that for your overlap template? I'm not sure what you're referring to. If I currently don't use your sublimation ink, would it still be beneficial for me to purchase? If you don't use my sublimation ink, for what, love? I'm not sure what you're asking. Will it still be beneficial to buy my paper? Hell yeah. Oh, color charts has nothing to do with my sublimation ink. It has nothing to do. I don't care which ink you use. I don't care if you use Printers Jack, Hippo, WOC, the Galaxy one, Walla ink. I don't care if you use Epson ink. I don't use color charts just for sublimation, for one. Every printer that I print on, my pigment ink printer, my roll-in printer, I sent my color charts to my commercial printer so that I know how his printer prints out. Color charts are not based off of a particular ink. It's not based off of a particular paper. Anyone that's doing anything print and you want your colors to be accurate and you don't want to have to guess when you are designing and you are filling in colors, you need a color chart and you need to print it out and sublimate it to different substrates. So for sublimation, I have my color chart printed out on fabric substrates, i.e. the felt sheets. I have my color chart on a tumbler. I put my color chart once before on a dry erase board. I have it on a shirt. I have color charts printed and sublimated to glitter cardstock so that I know how the colors look when I put it on my glitter cardstock or my glitter HTV. I have color charts printed out in Jet Pro 3G. I have color charts printed out on the glossy paper that I use, the matte paper that I use, the semi-gloss paper that I use. Every single thing, every paper that I use, every printer that I use, I have printed out color charts on it and I label which printer it's from and which paper it is, because your colors will show up different from each printer, each material that it is pressed on. I'm working on my shirt for tomorrow. Yay! Oh yeah, I have to send out so what we also do, which, I just thought about that. We did last year, we did it on HS Ink Day. I might have to do that on Monday, y'all. We have an HS Ink Zoom party because last year we did the giveaway earlier in the day. We did the giveaway earlier in the day last year. This year, because of branding, I want to do 6:35. But what we also do is an HS Ink party, and we play bingo and all that kind of stuff. And I will say, I actually did not purchase my bingo cards, so I might have to move that to the 30th. Or yeah, because our other signature number is the 30th. I might have to do the HS Ink party on the 30th because I will say I forgot to get my bingo cards and I forgot to send out the notification for it. Is the gift card information only on Facebook? What you mean? What gift card information? I've been posting and doing live videos and it's been everywhere as far as getting a gift card. So if you have a specific question, I can answer that for you right now about the gift card and entering the giveaway. So do you have a question about the giveaway and getting a gift card? What size summation paper should I use for your oversized print grid template? There is no specific size. It all depends on what size your printer can print. That was fun last year. It really, really was. Okay, thanks. I know you mentioned the color charts in the 30-day course. Yes. Yes, y'all know I like bingo. So we play bingo. I'm like an old lady. I like bingo. Yeah, there's no specific paper. All right. So for the giveaway, because we always have this giveaway, for our, we had it one, say we always, we've only had it one other time. Last year for our 1 year ink anniversary, this is our 2 year ink anniversary, we do a giveaway. I know how laws work. I like to protect my coins. I work too hard, too long, too hard to get to this point where I make this kind of money and I don't need nobody coming for it. So I cannot do, I live in the state of Florida. Okay. We cannot do a lottery and a raffle like that because baby, they're not coming for my coins. However, we are entering you to where you can have a give, you can enter to win something, but you are purchasing a gift card that you would use to purchase products on our site. You are not purchasing a raffle ticket or anything like that. You are purchasing a gift card. And anyone that happens to purchase this gift card, we are entering you into a giveaway. But then you can use this gift card to purchase classes, tape, ink, paper, digital files, one-on-one sessions with me, mentoring sessions with me, anything on our website, you can use this gift card for. But we go through it. Anyone that has this gift card, we're going to give you a bonus on top of your purchase and enter you into a giveaway. This year's theme for our giveaways is focusing on providing you guys things that's really going to help you with your business. So some of the things that we are giving away, a Cameo 4 with Business Edition. We are Memory Keepers, complete Shopbox kit and set, a webcam and microphone for those who want to either do video content or maybe you want to create commercials and do video about your product, because live selling is something that is really trending. You can live sell on Amazon. You can live sell. There's a feature for it now on YouTube. You can live sell on Facebook. You can, use it. Well, webcam won't really help you for TikTok because that's like mobile based, but there are a lot of ways that you can live sell your products. So we're giving away one of those. We have an air pillow machine. If you haven't seen my TikTok video on that and how we use that, it's going to be great for packaging and protecting your items and not having to use a lot of packing paper and peanuts and all that. So that air pillow machine was a game changer for us, and we want to share that experience with you guys. Product gun tags, the Rollo thermal printer, a postage scale, HS INK products, mentoring sessions with me, classes, and so much more will be given away. And we'll start the giveaway. Well, we'll start the live for the giveaway. Everybody's name will be on the big old wheel. We'll spin it, and of course, I'll always announce what it is that you're giving, what it is that we are like, what is being spun for. There we go. For all HS INK products or anything that we have to ship out from our location here, shipping is not included. So what happens? Once you win, we'll send you all of the information, but shipping is not included. The product is, but shipping is not included. So once you win, you'll receive an email with all instructions and how to claim it, like how to claim your prize, and we'll go from there. All right. So all you have to do is purchase a gift card. There is a drop down. So for every $5 is one entry. So if you purchase a $20 gift card, you get 4 entries. So purchase a gift card first, and then go and purchase your products with the discount codes that are available today and tomorrow. How do we get the gift card? You go to our website and you click on this one. It is a specially branded one. So you don't just type in, search for gift cards. It's a specially branded one. So it says HS INK 2-year ink anniversary giveaway gift card. So you purchase that, and that's how you enter into the giveaway. Then come back and buy your products. So you got 2 for 1. And it will start tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can get that gift card and purchase my Essentials to Silhouette Studio training. So get the gift card. You don't have to buy HS INK products. Come on there, get your gift card, go buy you Essentials to Silhouette Studio. Go purchase one of the classes for custom text effects or the memorial or the switch up, or go to classes and playbacks and purchase access to any of my classes. We just did a 7-day challenge Really great, really, really amazing class. If you're thinking about getting into doing chip bags, water bottle labels, Capri Suns, you want to know how to design them, how to make them, cake toppers, 3D toppers, this is where it's at right here. And then if you want to learn how to make your own SVGs, you can sign up for that one and get the playback for that. It was shot. You're getting the playbacks of it. You can learn just as much from the playbacks as you can the live session. So any of my classes, you can sign up for and you can pay for it using those gift cards. We also, of course, offer Sezzle, and you're going to automatically be entered into the giveaway. Awesome, because I just looked at that. Thank you. You're welcome. Where can I find oversized print grid? Sorry, I didn't get notification. So the one that she's referring to, if you go to HS INK Digital, it is for Cricut users. So the one that's on my website, it is actually a grid for Cricut users. And it makes, and I did a whole video on it. So there is a video that explains how to use it. So with Cricut Design Space, you are limited to 6.75 by 9.25. But if you want to be able to piece it together and have it accurately line up with this grid, you'll be able to set it up and like it'll be where you need to like split it so that you have overlap and it will line up. Because if you just cut it and split it right at and you butt it up against each other, it may not line up or you may end up with white lines. So you really want to overlap. There is a video that goes with it. I was live when I went through how to utilize it. So that's what they're referring to. That's only for Cricut users. If you are someone that is using Silhouette Studio, you don't need that. Cricut is limited in how you can use it. So you have to have a little extra for it. But in Silhouette Studio, if you take my oversized class, if you've done any of my like summation boot camps and things like that, I've explained how to print in sections and overlap. I even did a live video with overlapping it and showing how to tape it together. So that is only for Cricut users, not Silhouette Studio, not any other program. You are welcome. We have quite a few. If you haven't checked out our digital file section, so we are more than just ink and paper. How many of you guys have actually gone past and like and browsed around our site? Did you guys know that we have digital files? And I'm in the process of creating some other digital files and templates. I'm actually about to add quite a few templates to the vault here shortly. So I'm going to add some things to that. So we have the template vault, and we also have a lot of digital files. You know, the honey bun one for chip bags, just different SVGs, like just different sayings that you can use to create different products. Maybe want to kind of introduce some new things and stuff like that. So a lot of products on digital files on the website when it comes to the graduation stoles. Get started early, guys. Don't wait until next year to start learning about stoles and practicing making stoles, designing for them. We have a graduation stole class that we did to help you with designing. Don't wait till the last second for anything graduation, even for the yard signs. Don't wait until the last minute. Start to prepare now so that it's going to be a lot easier for you once graduation season comes around. You can even, some places will have it where you get the stoles a lot cheaper in the off season versus trying to scramble to get them in the midst of graduation season. Start promoting now. The first day, from the first day of school, these parents know they have a senior. They know that they're going to have to do graduation stuff. Start putting that bug in their ear now. Will they probably book with you now? No, they'll probably wait till it gets closer because there's a lot of expensive senior stuff, senior breakfast, senior picnic, grad night, prom, senior night, like all these different things. So of course they're going to pace themselves when it comes to purchasing things, but you want to put that buzz out there, let them know that, you know, you're going to be able to service them for grad season when it comes to shirts, towels, rags, mugs, tumblers, whatever it is, prep now for graduation season. Do not wait till next year. Someone asked me before about the tapered tumbler. You do have to have designer edition plus or business edition in order to truly utilize this like tumbler to like to fully use it, because that's where you get the cone warp in Silhouette Studio. So it's for Silhouette Studio, not for Photoshop or anything like that. So you do have to have that in order to utilize this particular template. If you have just designer, you can use the regular warp and like move it there and like shape it, but it's not quite the same. But someone did just ask me whether or not I had a 20-ounce template for tapered tumblers. There you go. That's there. You can use the gift card for that. Yeah, so there's that. Other files. A lot of different things. The one for mugs, although I need to update this one because I've changed this one. If you have the template vault, it has the updated mug template for a wide variety of sizes, and it has the full wrap. If you, let me see, I don't know if this one shows it. Let's see. I know there is a mug one on here somewhere, but I don't know if you can tell that it's an all over. It's a Okay, actually, yeah, right. See how that is? You see how that's seamless through the back? There's a certain way that you have to wrap it and set it up. Yeah, there are mug templates where you'll end up with like a big old circle right here. This is going all the way to the mug, I mean, to the handle, all the way to the handle. So inside the template vault, there is a template that will allow you to do this and go completely around your mug. It's aggravating. I don't like to do them all the time, but full wrap mugs are awesome. Let's see. I have an Epson Workforce 70 C7000, and I'm spending so much money on the ink cartridges. Do you have a replacement cartridge for that particular printer? Okay, so here's the deal when it comes to that. Do we have it? Yes. The C7000 uses the same exact chips and cartridges as the 7840, 7820, 7310 C7000. So see, there's your printer right there. You're going to click on that. It's going to take you to that collection for that. When it comes to, oh, you know what? I need to change that here. I need to change it on here as well as far as the chips. There is no chip resetter. Okay. There is no chip resetter. You're going to spend a lot of money because you're probably purchasing. Are you purchasing the Epson cartridges right now and taking the chips off? Is that what you're doing? So that is the more like that's the guaranteed way to make sure that your chips read, because those are the Epson cartridges. Do we sell the cartridges and chips for them? Yes, we do. We tested in our 7840, and I'm actually about to redo the testing to make sure that all the ones that's in our inventory, they still work in our 78. We did it in the 7840. I'm going to make sure they all work in our 7820. I'm going to go back through this whole thing again. We test and verify every chip works before we ship it out. Well, we did a whole big test. We're not doing it like every time an order comes in. We did this whole big test of these chips, and every last one of them worked. Now, so no, I'm buying. Yes, so I said that you're buying the Epson ink. So are you using yours for sublimation, or are you using yours for pigment ink? Are you using it just like with the regular ink that comes with it? So you're buying just the regular ink and just putting those in there, right? So not for sublimation, but it's going to be the same process. So what you want is the 812. So this one, see right here where it says for cost-effective pigment, you can transfer it to sublimation, transform it to sublimation, or you can use it for cost-effective pigment or regular printing. Now, if you just search if you just go to pigment ink, Here's our pigment ink and the 812. Oh, it's not on here. Oh, I got to add it. My bad. It's not on here. But if you search 812, here is the pigment ink one. So that's the pigment ink kit that comes with the pigment ink, the refillable cartridges, the syringes, and the needles. And then, of course, you can get extra chips. Here is the disclaimer on the chips. We have done our due diligence. I promise you, all this information I give you, if you think that I have not tested it, I don't know what to tell you, but we have tested it. We are not aware, don't understand why the chips read in some printers and not others. It has nothing to do with the firmware because I've had people verify their firmware. Does it match the one that I have and it will still read? I had someone have one printer, it worked, it did not work in. She put it in another printer and they read in that printer. We do not understand why it works in some printers and not others. I don't know if it's user error. I'm not in your homes, in your workspaces, so I do not know. But we do sell the option for you so that you can save on refilling your cartridges or using it for sublimation. With these particular printers, the chips are single use. You cannot reset them. So that means that you're going to have to either purchase in bulk or come back and you're going to have to purchase chips on a regular. It's a little clip that comes, like you take it off, you put it back on. So it's a little clip and it's easy to slide off, slide back on, like slide your new one on. And that the chip is what controls the printer and tells the printer how much quote unquote ink is available. How many prints can it print out? So we do sell what you need to save money, but the chips are temperamental because this is a third party option or hack to be able to utilize these. Before yesterday, if it didn't work, we would gladly refund you. We don't cover shipping, we'd gladly refund it. But I got called an idiot, so maybe they shut that all down. You are taking on a risk in getting these third-party cartridges, third-party chips for these printers. If it does not work, unfortunately, like in your printer, you can maybe see if you want to trade it out to somebody else, test their printer, see if it works. I don't know what to tell you, but you are assuming the risk of using a third-party chip and cartridge with these printers. And if it is defective, it does not work in your particular one, unfortunately, that is $17 you will not get back. All right. But several people, it's like, I can't say like if it's like 1 in 12, 1 in a million, 1 in 500 that it doesn't work for. But we sell a lot of them daily, and it's not like we have it where there's always someone saying that it's not working. There are several people that say, hey, I've never had an issue, knock on wood, and I pray that they never have any issues. But we don't know why some work and some don't. So you are taking on that risk. But we do have it. Our chip sets are $60. So that comes out to $15. It is an XL. I'm not sure which Epson ink you're currently purchasing. If you are currently purchasing the ones that are $13, that's a standard. So you only get so many prints out of that. If you've ever purchased the XL so that you can get more prints, you know that the XL Epson cartridges cost you over $30 for those. You are going to pay $15 when it's in the set, $17 individually for the Epson 812 chips. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna answer a question. Like I'm answering because I'm still working, right? So I'm answering questions on the website. So it's a good question, and I want to let you guys know this as well, since I'm on live and I'm answering that one. So she's asking. Oh, okay. Hold on. But it may be best to also get a set of cartridges. I am live right now, and I am about to explain why. Okay. Okay. So let me hold on one more question. All right. So let me break this down real quick, okay? What is the difference between the text effects course and the 3-day text effects? The old one was one that I did a couple of years ago. It's basically the same thing, but like when I did that one, it was I think I only did like 2 days. It was it wasn't really like a follow for follow type deal. It's still very effective. Like it's I actually was told Wednesday night it was actually one of the best courses they've ever taken, like one of my best courses. So it, to me, and I was telling them, I think that one has a little bit more information, but back then I used to try and cram. If I'm being honest, y'all, I've grown as a teacher. I mean, it was still effective teaching, but I wanted to like give you guys like so much information like all at one time. It didn't leave a lot of room for like if you wanted to follow along with me. So I used to try and cram like all this information. Like I wanted to teach you everything from top to bottom for um like everything. So with text effects, we got a little bit deeper into like the 3D and like certain things in the first one. They're both great. Like if you watch them and compare them, you'll probably learn a few more things in the original one because of how I taught that one. The one that I just did as the 3-day, I slowed it down. So we broke it up over 3 days. I didn't teach as many techniques because some of those techniques really are more advanced. And so I kind of did the 3-day one with a lot of ones that are like really good beginner friendly ones that you can grasp a little bit easier. There are some things that's a little bit more complicated in the one from 2 years ago. I will eventually kind of go through those when I do like the next level for text effects. There's so many different effects that you can do. So they're both very effective. The 3-day one, it's a little slower pace. It makes it probably will make it a little bit easier to follow, even if you don't know Silhouette Studio. The way that it's kind of structured, you can kind of go in there. With the other one, you really kind of had to have a little bit of general knowledge of Silhouette Studio to probably like really appreciate it and grasp it. Um, uh, what else was different with this one? I'm trying to think. But yeah, it was just broken down into 3 days. And I always need to kind of, refresh classes. You're going to see classes that are older ones that I'm going to redo. Like there's some people that took my very first switch up. Well, in that one, they got everything like in 2 sessions. Whereas this time for the switch up, I'm focusing on like one part of it at a time. So we had the switch up part 1, and then now come October, we're going to have part 2 and part 3, and then there's like a part 4 in like November. So I'm breaking them up because it's easy. I find that it's easier for people to learn that way. But they're both really great. I understand tacky paper can be used on fabric, but use regular sub paper for hard surfaces. So technically, yes. I used tacky paper on things like tumblers? Yes. one time by mistake. Hello, Isaac. Hello, Chef Isaac. Are you still, you're going to always be a celebrity chef, but are you still working at that celebrity restaurant? That's my celebrity chef friend. I can't wait for the day that he comes to Miami and I fly him out and he cooks for me and my family because, we celebrities around here too. So hi, Chef Isaac. I could say Eric. What did I say? But you know what I meant. Did I say Isaac or Eric? I feel like I said Eric because that's one of my other favorite chefs who used to work at the arena. But you know who I mean. I have used tacky sublimation paper on tumblers. I've used it on a mug. Now with the mug, it gave it kind of like this, like it's not a bad like texture to it, not say texture, but like you can see the imprint of the like adhesive, and that was on one particular mug. But then like on another mug, you couldn't even tell, especially when you use it with a mug press, you could not tell at all. And I have used it on a tumbler by mistake and on purpose. You can use it for hard substrates, it's just not ideal. I don't know like which substrates it's going to look kind of funky on, because when I use the tacky paper on certain metal substrates, you can see like that texture on it. So to be on the safe side, we say like it's most effective for fabrics, but if you really only want to get one type of paper, you could use it for certain hard substrates. Okay, so, oh, good, you're here. All right, here's the thing when it comes to, I'm going to come back over here, going to give you guys some information about like with the old printers and stuff like that. Let me see, what did you say on here though? Hold on. Do you use yours for sublimation ink or regular ink, Kim? So when it comes to like the whole, like with the printers and stuff like that, these are the old printers. They are the best of the best when it came to either sublimation or pigment ink. The 7710, 7720, 7210, 7610, 7620, 7110, 3620, 3640. They use the 252 cartridges. Those can be reset. They are auto reset chips. Now, with that being said, if you ever get to a point to where, let's say like it's you with them being auto reset chips, if you take them out and put them back in, they should reset. The printers read the chip, not the actual cartridge. They don't know how much ink is in the cartridge. They read the chip. So the chip is kind of like a countdown counter, or it stores a certain number of prints. As you are printing, it's dwindling down on that number, which in turn affects that the status and says, okay, this is where your ink is. Is it full? Is it half? Is it low? The chip is what controls that. So with the older ones, they had what's called an auto reset chip. Once you go and you print, because it's a third-party chip, it doesn't tell you cartridge is empty. What it does is it shows you an X and it says cartridge not recognized. Cartridge not recognized. That means that that chip has reached 0. Now, technically, all you have to do is take that cartridge out and put it back in. It's going to remove the power. Once it powers back up, it's supposed to reset to full. If for some reason, when you take it out and put it back in, it is not resetting to full, it could be that your terminals have gone bad. A chip resetter is best used before it reaches the X. That's when it's most effective. If for some reason the chips on your cartridge have gone bad, if the terminals inside your printer are gone bad, resetting it will not help it. You can always try it. For some people, it has been helpful. That happened to Love the other day. Use a resetter, it will reset it, and you'll see, it'll show full. But if it is an issue with the chip itself or the terminals inside the printer, you may need to get a whole nother set of cartridges. Cartridges don't last forever. the dampers in them go out, and that's when you start to get a bunch of leaks everywhere. The chips can go bad, and you'll need to get new cartridges. For the 252s, we do not sell replacement chips because they're so in like how they're sold to us. We don't sell the chips by themselves. You just have to buy a new cartridge. Now, if you don't want to switch out your ink, you just want to slide the chips off, you can do that. But we don't sell the chips by themselves. You have to buy the full cartridge set for $36. I think it's $36. And that's how those work. Those cartridges, 252s, do not work with any currently manufactured Epson Workforce printer. They only work for these printers right here. That's all they work for. The new printer is the 7820, 7840, 7310, and C7000. They use a much longer cartridge. It is the 812 series. With these, there is no auto reset option. There is no reset option at all. You cannot reset these chips. You must purchase new chips altogether in order to continue to use this particular printer. All right. So I know you said you were going to get a chip resetter. I highly recommend that you also click on Essentials and you get an empty set. So here's the chip resetter. It is $18. I highly recommend clicking on more and getting an empty set of cartridges because the chip resetter may or may not work if your chips have burnt out. The chips, there, it's like a computer. It can burn out. So you might need new cartridges. So get a set of cartridges as well. Oh, so I said 36. They're actually 25.63. Any questions about the chips, the old printers? Make sure that you guys continue to give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share this video out. Any other questions? In your so the chip resetter, yes, it works for the 7710. Or like if you click here, like on this one, it'll show you everything that you need for it. So like there's our full sets, there are the cartridges. So these are 252. That's what that one's called, 252. So the empty cartridges will work in that one. I highly recommend. Want to save on shipping. And even if let's say the chip resetter does work on the old ones, it's always good to have a backup set. For me, with my 7720s, I have several sets of my cartridges set up. So the way that it works with resetting them, although they are auto reset chips, let's say your cyan is low. If your cyan is low and it goes out, if you take that cyan out and put it back in, that is the only one that is going to reset. If you don't have like a chip reset or whatever, that's the only one that's going to reset to full. Your yellow can be right behind it. And the very next print, it will print and stop in the middle of the print because that chip has gone out. And each one will reset, but you will waste a lot of ink and a lot of paper because it's going to stop in the middle of the print. The chip resetter prevents that. Once you see one color is low, you do an ink cartridge replacement, you take them all out, you reset them all, you top them all off with ink, put them all back in, they all will read full. So the chip resetter is very beneficial for that, to reset them all. So what I do to save time is I have several sets that are set up with pigment ink, sublimation ink. So when one color goes out, I take all of them out. I put a fresh set in, close it up, let it do its thing, run a print head cleaning. And then on that set that I took out, I top them all off. I reset them all, put them inside my little bin until the next time that I need them. So I constantly switch them out. That's also preserving and making your cartridges last a little bit longer because it's not so much wear and tear on those cartridges with taking them out, putting them back in, giving it time so it's not getting gunked up. So it really is good practice to have more than one set of cartridges for the 252 cartridges. I think that's wrong with mine. I've had it's been, well, I've had mine since, I've actually had my 7720 since 2018. One of mine I've had that long. It still works. So just because it's older does not mean that it's going to go out. I mean, my mom got one last year, and it went into safe mode. So the year does not matter on it, but it can go out. I know for us, we have the power surge on our entire house. For some people, they'll go out and it'll fry their motherboard because they got a power surge. So the year of it or the age of it doesn't really matter. I know people like myself that have had it since 2018, and I think that the 77 series actually came out either 2017, 2018, one of those. And people have had theirs for years and years and years, and they still work. Are you using yours for sublimation or regular ink? Sublimation or regular ink? What are you using yours for? Because if you're using it for regular ink, if you want to test to see if your terminals have gone bad, all you have to do is go buy Epson cartridges and put them in there. So if you go buy Epson cartridges and put them in the printer, it's going to let you know if the terminals inside the print head carriage have gone bad. Later, Jesse. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Um, hmm. All right. All right, so I have been on for almost 3 hours. It is 4:22. If you would still like to take advantage of the 30% off of the 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17 paper, you will have until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So pretty much I'm gonna be like an hour and a half after I get off. I said originally was gonna be once I got off of the live. But I know sometimes it just picks up weird. So you guys have 1 hour pretty much to get your honesty speaking summation 8.5 by 14, 8.5, I mean 11 by 17 for 30% off. The code is 365 certified for 30% off of any of the 8.5 by 14, i.e. legal size, 11 by 17, tablet size sublimation paper, whether it is the whether it's the tacky paper or the fast dry, or if it is we sell it by the 3-pack, the 4-pack, or a case, but it's only 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, tacky or the regular fast dry. It is 30% off. That will be valid only until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This deal will go bye-bye. Any way to clear a clogged print head on an eco tank? Not very easily. Not how it is with the workforce printers with just pushing air. You can do the power clean. It's going to waste a lot of ink. You are going to fill up your maintenance tank. So if you have one of the smaller format printers, they don't sell them to replace them, to my understanding, but some people say they have. So you're going to waste a lot of ink. You're going to fill up your maintenance tank. The only thing that you like, I have one, which actually I need to test to see if it's still, hold on, home. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I forgot to run my print head cleaning on this recently. On my 78, my 2720, I ended up having to, it sat for a little while. And I had to do a power clean. It somewhat cleared it up, but I still had some breaks in my cyan, but I don't really use this one. So I wasn't too much worried about it, but there's really no way to like force ink through it. Especially the bigger ones where it has like that cage over it, really nothing you can do other than, power cleanings. People will tell you, oh, print a bunch of purge files. If it is an air clog, enough ink does not go through using the purge files. Purge files are to purge ink out, like especially like if you want to switch inks, or if you want to like completely clear the cartridges, like the tanks, the cartridges. But it doesn't, I used to think that it did. I mean, if you want to use it on premium matte, you can. And just do it on regular paper. Don't use your sublimation paper. Don't use any good paper. You can use premium matte to somewhat push ink, like try and push the ink through and clear the clog. But it might, especially with 8.5 by 11 paper, you're going to be printing and printing and printing forever. I do not recommend that you do a bunch of print head cleanings because you can flood your print head and it really doesn't work. Trust me, I've attempted it with mine to prove the fact that you doing a bunch of print head cleanings does absolutely nothing. That is one of the biggest downsides of using the EcoTank printer, is that the lines back up, they get air clogged so much easier, and it's not an easy fix, which is why until there is no more breath in my body, I will always recommend a workforce. Chip issues and all, I will always recommend a workforce. That's why I love my workforce printers. This eco is a pain. Hallelujah. I feel the same way until there is no breath in my body. Maybe 100 years from now, I will always say workforce. And I kind of have a issue with the fact that like eco tanks, they make it seem like you're getting this great deal. The print quality, the features of it is subpar compared to the workforce printers, but they charge you so much more because they're including the ink. The ink ain't free. You paying for 2 years worth of ink. So I really don't like that whole little marketing gimmick either. So I have a certain like feeling about EcoTank printers. What about the 7310? Do you have to yes, the 7310 is, let's go back over here. All of these printers utilize the same technology. The 7310 is the new version of the 7210. So all of these printers use the same technology. She says, never mind. No, the 7310 is a workforce printer, though. The 7310 is a workforce printer. That's not an EcoTank printer. But yes, stick with workforces. So these are workforces, mean that they use a cartridge. Although Epson has lost their ever-loving mind, they have a new EcoTank printer and they call it a workforce. I'm like, why would y'all do something foolish like that? But workforce printers typically are the cartridge-based printers. And all of these use the 812s, and you must replace the chips. Gone are the days you will never have a printer that Epson will manufacture that you're going to be able to reset them like you did with this one. So those days are gone. So we have to, if you want to use workforce printers, you're going to have to get used to the fact that you're going to have to use single-use chips. Because of the way they made them, the engineers over in China, it has to have a new serial number every single time. There's no way to just reset that serial number on the chip to communicate with the firmware. So Epson they're programming their printers, and they're making them in such a way to where it is highly unlikely that there's ever going to be a true CIS system or CISS. There are people that sell the continuous ink system, but if you read the fine print, they do not come with chips on them. They do not come with chips. So the continuous ink system that is being sold for these particular printers, you still have to do the same thing that you do with the regular cartridges. Change out the chips. There is no reset option at all. So using the continuous ink system, it's more of a risk because those lines can back up and clog. It's not any more beneficial. The only thing that you're benefiting on is, okay, you won't get messy with filling it with ink. That's about it. Like filling it up with ink every single time. But those chips will still run out every single time, and those chips will not work. There is no auto reset option. There will be no continuous ink system that you can reset. There will be no chip resetter. I've gone through this over and over and over with my vendors. I've sat down and understood and got the background reasons why. We've talked about the engineering of it, what Epson did with the printers. There will not be an option for a reset option for most likely any cartridge-based printers that Epson puts out because of how they've changed the technology. So you can use third-party chips. They've covered themselves in the lawsuit as far as blocking you from using it. They don't block you from using it. Guys, I've done the firmwares. They don't block you from using it. They will void your warranty, which they have the right to, but they don't block you from using third-party chips. But they've made it to where you cannot just auto reset it. So if you want to use third-party chips, they're saying it's still going to hit your pocket because you're going to have to keep buying third-party chips. I have the Workforce 7840. When I print it, print color, but when I press it, the image comes out magenta. Everything comes out magenta. Like even though there's color there, everything is just pink. That's kind of, so yeah, answer that for me. So like there's no other colors when you press it other than, okay. So then most likely what's happened, did you just, okay, one, let me ask this question. Did you just set up that printer? Did you set it up with the Epson ink first? Where did you get your ink from? Because what may have happened is it's either you use pigment ink or dye ink, and only your sublimation ink is only your magenta is sublimation ink. There has to be something wrong with your ink to where if it prints color but only presses magenta, that means those other inks are not sublimation ink. Head on over to hsink365.com and get you some sublimation ink, baby. Oh, child, that's your problem right there. So you should get you some HS ink. If they can't help you, maybe they can give you some insight on why that's happening. But yeah, if you mixed up or they maybe sent you pigment ink instead of the sublimation ink, that could be why. But that's going to be the only reason why. If magenta is the only thing that prints out, like that sublimates, that means the other colors are pigment ink. So somehow your ink got mixed up. Because that's the only explanation for that. Even if you set like, to be honest, I just did a video. I always start with my Epson ink. I always start with Epson ink in my workforce printers, always. And even when I did that, it still sublimated. I did that live. I proved this myth that, I debunked the myth that you cannot start with Epson ink. Even and my cyan was messed up, but even with that, the rest of the colors, they press after that first, like the first print head cleaning, first time the ink's going through there, it still sublimated. Now, once we got all the issues fixed, of course, it looked 1,000 times better. But even if you start with the Epson ink, sublimation ink is so aggressive that it will take over. So I don't care, they tell you, no, we know what we sent you. We sent you sublimation ink. The proof is in the fact that it prints out in color, but only sublimates. The only thing that's in your printer that is sublimation ink is magenta. If you want to test it to see, as far as like flushing the line, you can flush the line, but if it is pigment ink, it's not going to work. So what you can do to test it, which again, hopefully you will return the favor as far as a thank you and purchase something from Honesty Speaking's website, because you're never going to get this information from any other company like this. So what you can do to test it, go and take a Q-tip or take something and dip it into your ink, like the fresh ink, not printing it out. Dip it into your bottle of ink, put it onto a piece of paper, press that to fabric. It should transfer. If it does not transfer, if it turns yellow, it is pigment ink. So do it from your cartridge and do it from your bottle of ink, because if somehow you may have mixed inks in your cartridge, it may not print out. So test, if you want to make sure that the ink that's in the bottle is sublimation, dip a Q-tip or dip it in something and put it on. You can even take like your syringe, take a little bit, put it on a piece of paper, and you're going to press it to a polyester fabric. If it transfers, if it sublimates, it's sublimation ink. If it doesn't, send them that picture. Let them know it ain't sublimation ink. Oh my God, I found you again. I lost you on Facebook. You're so smart. When I first started out, you helped me so much. Yay, boss babe. Woohoo. I looked at your website, but not Sublimation Ink. Baby, check out everything on my site. Okay. I am the full package. I got your classes. I can teach you properly about business, about sublimation, about Silhouette Studio, about designing. We got dope ink. We got dope paper. We have heat tape. We have your color charts. There, I mean, it's in our name. Others try to use it, but we are your old. It's in our packaging. We are your ultimate one-stop shop for your print needs. That's not just about the paper. That tagline was not created saying, okay, yeah, we're going to provide you all the papers, all the ink, all the blanks, everything you're going to need for printing, like the material wise, we have it. No, your print needs. In order to print and make money from printing, you got to know how to design. When you get stuck, to keep the money flowing, when you run into an issue, you got to know how to troubleshoot it. You got to know know what you have to do to get your equipment back up and working. If you can find another company that can provide you that information, I'll give you a pack of my paper. But I promise you, you'll never find not one of these companies that can give you the information that you get over here on my platforms and when you support our company. So when we say we are your ultimate one-stop shop for all of your print needs, It is from the business, from the setup, the troubleshooting, the business, the printing out, the designing, the everything. While you guys are on the site, don't forget about that a sub silhouette class. I'm telling you right here, 8365. If you know the code, you know the code, you can get $10 off. I'm not telling y'all what the code is because I've been preaching that code all week long. Make sure that you guys follow us on all platforms so that you don't miss out on discount codes. But that right there, Essential Silhouette Studio, is the best thing you will ever invest in for yourself and your business. Is Essential to Silhouette Studio. I absolutely love your paper, even more because I don't have to use butcher paper or anything. Yes, I don't really talk about that as much, and it's probably why, there's like with all these new, like there's a lot of papers, because even some of the ones like on Amazon are now advertising that. But yes, with our paper, you do not have to use butcher paper, any type of cover paper on top, and you sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. You're going to get it done quicker, faster, better with our products, with my training, with my settings. The results are going to be amazing. Everything that you see in this video was printed with our sublimation paper, with our sublimation ink, no butcher paper for any of this. And everything that you see here is either printed at 365 degrees for 30 seconds or lower or faster. Some things here have been pressed at 350 degrees. Some things have been pressed at 312 degrees. We had one thing that we did, I made a mistake and pressed it at 324 degrees, and still in like what, 40 seconds. So quicker, better, more efficient with our sublimation paper. This was done with the tacky paper. So because you don't have to use aluminum foil with our paper or anything, because that heat's going to hit the back of that sublimation paper, the ink is going to transfer beautifully. It is going to release all of your ink. All right. So I'm going to give it to where you guys have exactly an hour left. So I'm going to get off at 5, and then you guys have an hour to use the discount code 365 verified. I have verified that it is the best on the market. Yes, child. There's folks that's teaching people to use aluminum foil for sublimation, that it so-called helps with the ink and all this stuff. Hey, if it works for them, I'm not going to tell them it don't work. If they find that that's what works best for them with the paper that they are using, and that's how they are getting better results, they find that they're getting better results with it, by all means, continue to do what you do. Don't change on account of me. But if you don't want to use aluminum foil, if you find that it's working better for you with the paper that you're using, you can eliminate the need for that aluminum foil. If for some reason you somehow need it, which I still don't understand the purpose of it, go ahead and get you some Honestly Speaking sublimation paper, and you're not going to need any type of cover sheet. It's going to give what it's supposed to give. It is going to release that ink without any help of any outside source. But yes, child, there's a trend, or there's a teaching that says use aluminum foil. I'm not gonna knock anybody, okay? Whatever they got to do to sell their classes and sell, get their views up, that's what they got to do. But I still don't understand the purpose of aluminum foil. I don't get it. Baby, exactly. Who wants to spend more money? Aluminum foil is for covering good old macaroni and cheese, And this is sublimation to glitter HTV on a wood plaque. That one right there that you saw. Oh, wait, go back. That is HTV pressed to a wood plaque from either Dollar Tree or Michael's, and then it's sublimated on top. And it's I didn't have to do like a full-on print and cut, but it's right to the edge. So I show you how to do that from Silhouette Studio, where it lines up exactly. So that's glitter HTV pressed to a wood plaque, and then the sublimation print is pressed to that. What printer do you recommend to start sublimation with, please? So it's going to be tricky, right? I have a full video where I break this down. Eco tanks work. I'm not going to say eco tanks do not work. I don't know what kind of budget you have, what size print you want to be able to make. So any Epson desktop printer can be used for sublimation. The easiest to set up would be any EcoTank printer. However, sublimation ink is made to match the color profile of pigment ink. All of these EcoTank printers use dye ink, so your colors are going to be off. In most instances, it's going to be slightly off. For a lot of people, it's not enough to where it like really bugs them. But like especially those reds and those oranges. But if you're creating the design yourself, you can always use color charts to get the most accurate color, like get the results that you want. But with Eco Tanks, because it's made to use a different ink, it's always going to have a color issue. Even with color profiles, depending on which program you're using. If you're using a program like Photoshop, Affinity, all those, you might be able to use a color profile. But if you're using Silhouette Studio with the Windows, with the Windows computer, you can't use a color profile. So that's not going, the ICC profile isn't going to help you any. But there are too many color variations from EcoTank printers for my liking. And I do this. I know this like the back of my hand. I know this inside and out. Now, if you want to spend $1,000 and get an EcoTank, you can get the 16600, 16650. Those are two EcoTanks that use pigment ink. So your colors are going to be a little bit more accurate when it comes to those. They are also workhorse type printers. They are super tanks. So they don't get air clogs as much. Some of the lesser, like the smaller ones, and even the 15,000, they can get air clogs a little bit easier, and it's a lot harder to fix those. So for me, Eco Tanks are not like my recommendation. But you're going to find that in most sublimation groups, most places, when they have classes, they're going to tell you EcoTank, EcoTank, EcoTank because of the ease of putting the ink in there. But there's so many other issues. There's so many other factors other than just being able to easily pour ink. There are major cons to the EcoTank printers. Unless you're going to get the ones that is $1,000 or $1,100. I am a workforce gal. All day, every day, I'm always going to recommend a workforce first. With the workforce printers, however, now, some people don't like the fact that you have to constantly buy chips for it. And you take the risk of a chip possibly not working in your printer. But it's still the better one to me. I'm always going to recommend a workforce first. And the workforces that you can use are the 7820, 7840, 7310, and C7000. They are going to be a more cost-effective option. You can get a 7310 for $249. It's not an all-in-one, but it has two trays. It print 13 inches wide. $249 for this printer. You pay $249 with an EcoTank, you're only getting 8.5 inches wide. So you get more printer. It's a better print resolution. You get wider prints by going the workforce route. Less expensive, better print quality, more options, easier to maintain. the chips. That's it. But pound for pound, the Workforce printer is the greatest printer ever lived. But you know what I get. So yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, there's a big difference in the color. Big difference. Yes, they want you to burn some ish up. Oh, Miss Johnson, I almost forgot. I got your pack. I got your package. Thank you so very much. Thank you for my HS ink pouches. Thank you. Do you know my ones from last year? I've never, like, I haven't taken it out. My bear and my ones for last year are literally still in the box. Like, I don't want them to get messed up. Zani, Monty, and MJ tried to take my bear, and I said, oh, HE double hockey sticks, no. So I had to leave it in the box because they kept trying to take it. You are very welcome. Visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. Once you decide on which printer you want, on our site is where you're going to find the best summation paper, the best summation ink. If you're still, you're just now about to get into it, on the website at the very bottom, like it's like right here. Is it right here? Hold on. Let me see. Let me refresh. It's at the bottom somewhere. I don't know if it'll show up for me, but normally it comes up somewhere around here and it says get class updates. So if you sign up for class updates in the month of September, we're going to have 3 different live sessions for sublimation for beginners. I break down everything for you. With my classes, it eliminates a lot of the common mistakes that people have. Not to say that you're not going to have any mistakes. I've been doing this for years. I still have some hiccups. But some of those common ones that really frustrate people because they just don't have that knowledge and that education about colors, about maintenance, about designing, about pressing, about temperatures and time, about changing the pressure on your heat press, all of those different things that you really, really, really need to know. Sublimating with an oven, all those things I answer in my sublimation for beginners class. So you don't want to miss that. I'm going to do it live 3 different times to help people with, where I'm going to have a morning one, an afternoon one, and an evening one, all on different days. So depending on what time works best for you, if you want to attend it live. So we're doing that next month. So make sure that you sign up for class updates so that you get the information about those classes. If you are new to it, you want to recommend it. We're also going to release the I've had it for a long time. We're going to release our affiliate program so you can make some money recommending HS Ink products to others, recommending our classes. I'm sorry, not the products, recommending our classes to others. So we're going to have the affiliate links for classes and digital files and things like that. So you can make some extra money. I'm telling you, my sublimation classes is where it's at. It's so many people that say they're glad they found me before anyone else and before they got started because I saved them so much money. I saved them so much headache. Because of how I teach, I leave no stone unturned, and you're going to have what you need to be successful when you enroll in any of my classes. What do you think about Epson sublimation printers made for sublimation? So the desktop wise, they have the 2, right? They have the 170, which is only 8.5. I'm actually I'm really team small. Like, I love sublimation for smaller items. When I got into sublimation, I did not get into it for shirts. I had no issue using HTV. I have no issue using printable transfers such as Jet Pro 3G. I had no issue using screen print transfers. So for me and my business, those 3 did it for me. I make plenty of money. Screen print transfers for big and bulk orders, Jet Pro 3G for like printed designs, and my heat transfer vinyl. Those made plenty of money, very successful in doing it. always doing large orders. You know, I've done school spirit, like for their spirit shirts. I've done full sports teams. I even press for certain product lines and people who have brands. I'm the one that I do print on demand, or should I say press on demand, for several different brands. So I've made plenty of money when it comes to shirts. Sublimation wasn't a big deal for me when it came to it, but I love what sublimation can do for like cups and keychains and photo panels and things like that. So I love sublimation, and it's a lot of money to be made keeping it real simple, keeping it real small, not doing anything oversized. I mean, of course, I have the printer, so I do larger items. I've done rugs and blankets and all types of things. So I've adapted to doing the larger items, but it wasn't what I originally came into this for. I used to use sublimation strictly for for cheer bows and sublimating ribbon and things like that. So you can do a lot with the small format printer. So if you don't have a need for wide format, that 170 is going to be great. You're going to get support from Epson because you are using the sublimation ink with it. Now, I will say that the settings for that is a little bit different. So certain papers, whether it's ours or even some of the more popular ones from Amazon, because of the way that their settings are, you kind of have to do a little bit more and kind of have to work it a little bit more to maybe not get pinwheels, because they do have them. But of course, it's Epson. They're great when it comes to sublimation printers. The F570 is the large 24-inch one. Can't go wrong with being able to print larger. And, you have their sublimation ink. And then after that, the Epson printers goes up to the 36 and, and larger, the 64s and all those. So you can never go wrong with getting a large format. Epson does not make a small format. Epson does not make a 13-inch. So somebody said that to me before. Oh, well, what about the actual Epson sublimation printer that prints 13 inches? There is no such thing. Epson will never make one because of the patent that Sawgrass has for 13-inch actual sublimation printers. So you never will have Epson make a 13-inch wide or 11 by 17. They did 8.5-inch wide. They did 24. There'll never be anything in the middle. So if you're seeing, and it's like they're saying, oh, it's an Epson sublimation printer and it's a desktop, it is still a converted printer. But the 170, the F570, or any of the large formats, 36 and above, are always going to be great. Epson makes great sublimation printers. No, I just got that's from you, I think, isn't it? I literally just got a package with some wristlets. Like they were just what's the name? And it said something about stabilizer, like a new stabilizer or something. Now, if you sent that long ago and we're just not getting them, something's wrong. But I literally just got 2 bags in the mail. We just picked them up from UPS. What was that, Thursday? What was that, Thursday? I think. Even just brought it to me. Sawgrass, yes, they have sublimation printers, and then they have like the chromoblast printers. So Sawgrass printers are also another one. They use gel-based ink, whereas Epson, even with the actual Epson printers, they are water-based inks. To me, water-based ink printers give you a more vibrant, like a richer color. The Sawgrass, I'm not saying it's not a good printer. It's made for it. They know their stuff. They make sublimation printers. But with that gel ink, it just transfers a little bit different. I'm not saying that it's not bright or vibrant, but the water-based does just have a certain pop about it compared to the Sawgrass printer. Oh, I could hold on. Let me go look at this. I could have sworn that was your name. Hold on. Okay, unless there is another T Johnson that's not Tracy Johnson. from, and this was shipped from what is this? Appleby Estates. I don't know. That this right here has your name on it. And it was sent to me. And it is 2 pouches. And it says, here's the bags. I use a new stabilizer, which was firmer than my original one, which made the bag kind of stiff. So I made the second one. But this just came in a package. Are you? But no, I have 2 bags from. Are you serious? I'm literally just now getting this because I remember the ones that were in the with the bear. I remember those. Even just gave this to me. It just came. Wow. I sent the bear with 2 last year. Again, I sent a package with a wristlet for your mom, but that was last year too. Are you serious? Well, I just got them. This one had, like, on this one has a white wristlet and the other one is yellow. I just got these this week. How long would the ink with the Epson printer last? Okay, so there is no like surefire way to know how long the ink will last. Now, I will say in the eco tanks, they last a really long time because I don't use this one very often, but I printed out on it enough and it barely moves. So in an eco tank, they really do last a long time. And all of our ink bottles are 100 and all of our ink bottles are 140 milliliters. So with like a regular eco tank printer, you can get 2 full refills. Will you see that? Yes, this is black ink. I know you're used to seeing all sublimation ink looking brown, huh? Our ink, no, baby, it's not that little dookie brown. But all of our inks are 140 milliliters. So you get more, like, it lasts a lot longer. But I can't really say for sure because I don't know. Are you printing 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14? A lot of 8.5 by 14. Do you use premium matte? Do you use plain paper? With our settings, it lasts 7820 because I need to test out some things. And I took a picture of, like, I'm monitoring how many prints I can get before one of the colors goes out. So I will be able to give you like a more accurate, like give out that information in probably like a newsletter or something. But I'm monitoring that one to see how long it takes before a color is out. But there really is no set number because there's so many variables. What is the maintenance that is needed for the workforce printer? It's not really a matter of maintenance. That's different from anything else. The one thing with the workforce printers is you have to keep changing the chips. So on your cartridge, the chip is what controls the printer. So with the newer workforce printers, you have to keep buying these little clips. We sell them on the website that has the chip on it. So you have to just keep buying and replacing these. It's almost like buying a new cartridge every single time. So that's the difference with the workforce, but there's no major maintenance. Yes, I sent that last year. Uh-huh. I can't believe it was lost a whole year to this month. I know, surprised you even. And look, but like the crazy thing is, it came during HS Ink month again. That's crazy to know that it was lost literally for a year and it came back HS Ink month. I think that is so dope though. All right. Ooh, slip and slide. Great. I tried the eco solvent process, a lot of maintenance. Which printer did you use for eco solvent? Because it's going to be the same. Like if you're using eco solvent and you're using sublimation, if you had a lot of issues with the eco solvent, it's going to be the same because it's still eco solvent ink is inkjet ink. It's like it's regular ink. So that part should be the same. But if you let me know, okay, so the 2800. So yes, eco tanks are a lot of maintenance because they clog. This is why I don't recommend it. And it doesn't matter if you have sublimation ink in there, pigment ink in there, eco solvent ink in there, dye-based ink in there. Eco tank printers, especially the small format ones like the 2800, are a lot of maintenance. It's not, you don't have to print every day with eco solvent ink. It's not that, because it's the same ink. That printer is just that way. So it doesn't matter which ink you have in it. And even if you print every day, you'll still have issues. That's the thing. Like, there was always this whole thing about, oh, once you convert, you have to print every day. That's not why you had to print every day. People made it to where it seemed as if you had to do that for for all printers. It wasn't that. With cartridges, you don't have to print every day. I've gone 4 weeks without printing and it still works. The system that had to be you had to print every day was the continuous ink system. And any tank printers, because there are lines, those lines can back up or you can get air in them. So those systems required you to print every single day, no matter which ink you had. Now with the eco tank printers, you would, and the crazy thing is, when I first set mine up, I even said it. I wonder if this is going to be like the eco tank, the continuous ink system, because there are tubes. When it comes to workforce printers, there are no tubes. The cartridge sits directly on top of the print head. So there's no chance of there being any clogs. But when you're using an eco tank, there are tubes that can get air clogs. They can backflow. So you're going to have issues. It doesn't matter which ink is in it. Now, when it comes to the higher end ones, the 16600, 16650, the 8550, those are meant to be workhorses. They're not going to back up. You can print on those every day or even not print on those every day. When it comes to the smaller printers, they are not meant to be workhorses. When you're printing on it every day, it's just as bad as not printing on it, if not worse, because you overwork it. I see, and I have people coming to me in tears on posts in my inboxes. I see the post every single day in groups, not just my groups. I'm in other groups. They were like, I was just printing. I print out all of this stuff and it just stopped. I ran a print head cleaning. I did a nozzle check. My magenta's out. My cyan's out. I was printing. I print every day. Why does it stop working? That's just how the eco tank printers operate. They will get an air clog in a hot minute. And when you're printing on it too much, because it's not meant to be a workhorse, you overwork it. And it basically says, leave me the hell alone. I don't want to print. We had that with our printer that prints out our invoices and prints out our packing slips. We have regular ink in there. The cyan or magenta stopped on that one. I wanted to test to see if I can kind of like push air with this like little this kit thing. And they had like this little plunger thing on it. I wanted to see if that would work. So I ordered it from Amazon. I went to go test it. I did a nozzle check. Guess what? Miraculously, the ink worked. And all we did was let it sit for like 2 days while I was waiting for that to come. I let it sit for 2 days. It went back working. Whenever you have those clogs, if you keep doing print head cleanings, you're actually making the issue worse. You have to let it sit and settle, and then it will go back to working. Problem with that is, when you're doing this for a business, you can't slow down your business waiting for those 2 days. So this is why I don't recommend eco tank printers. I will deal with the chips any day, because when you deal with that, your business is not going to shut down completely, except if like the chip doesn't read, which of course that can happen. That's why I always recommend that you keep multiple sets of chips. Oh wow, that's good to know. Thank you. You're very welcome. All right, it's 5 o'clock. I am out of here, guys. All right. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Be incredible. Remember that the code is only good for 1 more hour. At 6 o'clock, that code will be disabled. But if you go to our website, if you see the pop up for flash deals, sign up for that. Sign up to get the flash deals because there will be deals that will be released tomorrow. We're going to have some public deals that's available for you guys on sublimation paper. Tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will start the live video for the giveaway. And if you want to have fun with us, it's more giveaways and just more fun. I will send out the information on the 30th. We will do the HS INK Inkiversary party. We hang out, we play bingo, we do games and giveaways, all that kind of good jazz. If you are in the ink zone, we will do the giveaway for you guys. I would probably do that Sunday evening because I'm going to give away some special and some extra things over in the ink zone as well. So if you're in the ink zone, be on the lookout for that event listing for the exclusive giveaway for the ink zone. And anyone can join the ink zone. We're actually going to extend the live sessions through September. It was supposed to be a month, but we're having way too much fun over in the ink zone. So if you want access to it, you can also get your full access ticket on the site. We have live real world business discussions and chats. I'm getting a lot of great feedback on how it's helping so many people. Had someone, she said, I've lit a fire under her behind based off of our last chat. She went and did her digital flyers. So a lot of great information, great resources over in the ink zone. You can get access to that by going on our website and purchasing your ticket, which I can't believe this is the first time I mentioned about the ink zone ticket. So go ahead, get your 2-year Inkiversary full access pass to the ink zone. We are going to go and let it ride out through September as well because we're having way too much fun. I'm not ready for it to be over with, and then I'll figure out what we're going to do with the ink zone after that. But you can join 3365. A lot of great resources, especially if you're into this for business. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be ink credible. Peace.